Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I've just seen Alex Otos' raid. Alex, thank you so much for the raid. It is today the affiliate anniversary, so thank you very much for being here, guys. I appreciate it. Please do let me know if the air conditioning in the background is too loud and it's distracting, because if it is, I can turn it down. It's just very warm in here today. So, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for all of the happy affiliate anniversaries. That's really kind of you. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you all. Rue was first today. Hey Rue, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you very much for the follows, guys. I've seen there's been a few as well. And thank you again so much, Alex Otos, for the raid. I really appreciate that, dude. I really appreciate it. Cargo is here as well. So is Ballboy, Dentist Designs, Sirajuman, Keep Science, Tank House. All came straight up as soon as the stream started. Tiger's here as well. Simba as well. RL Keeps. A Fresh said hi. Who else have we got? JMS Z. Rufus is in chat as well. Frames here too. Jellymaster. Nightwolf as well. Captain Reed's here. Saberclass. Ojum says good evening. Thank you again, Alex Otos. I can't keep up with everything from the raid. There's so many messages coming through. I appreciate all of them. How is the AC unit? I need one for my home office this year. So, I am really, really spoiled at home in the UK. For those of you watching who aren't in the UK, AC is pretty rare here. At home, I'm spoiled. We have AC in 2 rooms. We have a mini split system in 2 rooms, the bedroom and the living room, which is great because it kind of like cools the whole upstairs and downstairs of the house pretty much, which is great. And here at the workshop, the downstairs is always cool. And out in the actual workshop itself is always cool, but up here in my office, it's always red hot. So I've got a standalone AC unit, which is really loud, and I can hear it over my noise cancelling headphones, which means you guys can probably hear it as well. I've only had it plugged in for about 15-20 minutes. It's taken the edge of the heat off the room, and I can feel it blowing nicely around my legs, which I've got shorts on today. You might be able to see in the other camera I've got shorts on. So keeping my legs nice and cold today. So yeah, it's pretty okay. It's pretty okay. It's doing the job that I bought it for, so that's the main thing. I've lost my footstool. Hold on. There it is. Got it. The AC is fine. Thank you so much for confirming that. Yeah. If it does get too loud, please do let me know.
Incredible.
Thank you very much, Notpal, for the anniversary. Feliz Anniversario. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's okay, don't worry. Yeah, I'm just really conscious of it because here in the UK we don't have AC very often in many places, so yeah. Nailed the latte out. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm getting pretty good at the good old hearts. I can do those pretty well. This one's a little bit shaken because I walked upstairs with it, so it's a little bit skewed. But usually I'm pretty good. Usually I'm pretty good. And this is our own coffee as well. This is Jay's Roastery. This is my second company. It's pretty cool. I'm just waiting to hear back from them for a quote. Fingers crossed. They seem really good for AC. Yeah, so we'll find. They actually came out to service my AC last week because it's been about a year since they installed it. They're really good guys. I think they've changed the company name though, but anyway, they're really good. They'll look after you. Yeah, get a quote and get it installed. It's needed in the UK these days, I think. The AC is hearable. It's fine. I can turn it down if people want me to turn it down. Thank you so much for the resub for 8 months, Sparrow. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Jay's got his legs out. Yeah, I like to wear shorts. At home, I rarely wear anything but shorts. At the workshop, to save Mel's eyes, I usually wear jeans because, well, and like handling cardboard boxes and knives and sharp stuff. Like it's just, I'm always keen to like look after myself and not slice my legs open. So yeah. The Unborn, thank you so much for being here, man. Yeah, I mean, I can always turn the AC down. I think it's on its lowest setting, actually. Hold on. No, I can turn it down. Now it's on its lowest setting. I apologize if you could hear the beeps. So yeah, Lucky me, not getting to see you in shorts. Oh, lucky Mel, not getting to see you in shorts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she would leave if she saw me wearing shorts. Yeah, she would not come in for work that day. She would turn around and go straight home. I'm pretty sure. I'm significantly more comfortable in shorts most of the year. I don't know why we're talking about this, but we are now. So when it's really nice like it is today, you can always guarantee I'm in shorts. But at home, even like during the winter, generally in shorts because I just find them way more comfortable. So yeah. Pretty sure some of my colleagues saw me in shorts, they'd leave. Yeah, Mel would 100% tell me to put my legs away and get back to work. 100%. Right, okay, so we've got a few things to talk about this week. It is Sunday, which means we're streaming. And things have been busy at PT, and things are going to be relatively busy next week, but we're going to enter a quiet period until the end of the month. So, on the 26th of May, our next shipment, our next container is due to arrive at port, which means we've got about 10 days after that. So it's going to be the first week in June when that arrives here at the workshop. So the reason why it takes about 10 days is just to get through customs, just to get through all of the paperwork that we need to do, pay the import duties and taxes and everything else that's kind of due when it arrives at port. So we take about 10 days to do that, and then a couple of days for us to actually get it delivered here as well. So we're expecting it sometime in the first week in June, but that means until then we are actually in a bit of a quiet period. So we have in-stock orders to pack and ship pretty much every day. Well, we do have them every day, it's a simple fact. And we'll be cracking on with those and keeping up to pace with those. In terms of actual group buys to ship out, unless Black Snail arrives from GMK in the next week, which it should arrive either Friday coming or Monday after, like a week tomorrow, then we don't have anything to ship until the next shipment arrives, apart from in-stock orders. That does mean two things. It means, one, I will be able to finish sorting my office out because it's still a little bit of a mess, which would be great fun. And two, it gives Mel a chance to kind of tidy up the workshop and make sure that she knows where everything is and move things around and go through a whole raft of old stuff that's just been sat around and needs tidying up, basically. So really excited to get through that as well. Can I get a quick look at the custom TGR? Yeah, sure. So this is a TGR. Let me unplug it. It has a green top and a pink base with a solid copper slab on the rear. It does have the PT logo. Sorry if the camera's not great at the minute. PT logo on there as well. That's etched in, debossed, with Analog Dreams with UK ISO kit as well. There's the TGR logo in the back corner. So yeah, it's my daily driver. It's using lavenders, built with lavenders, and I think TXAP stabs. Has PT received the Navy 60s? No, not as yet. You can go onto our website and check the updates, and you'll be able to see on our updates where everything is. In fact, I can show you that. I can actually show you that. I'll show you now. If I turn this on, and if you go to the website, this is the Prototypist website, and you come up to the top right hand side, you'll see there's a drop down here. Select the updates tab from the drop down there, and it'll take you onto here. Then all you need to do is go to keyboards, GMK sets, MISC sets, desk mats or switches, whatever you're looking for. Keyboards specifically. Click on the link, and you will be able to see all of the keyboards we have in Group Buy that are outstanding, and the stage gates of which they're in. So in Group Buy is on the left, then in manufacturing, which ones are literally on the way to us. So all of the ones in this column here, this column is all of the ones that we're expecting in the next shipment to arrive. So we've got Neo 80, Navi 60 is in the next shipment, so that's due to arrive early June, first week in June. It'll get to port back end of this month, so probably in about 6 or 7 days. And then you can see what's in quality control, what's shipped to customers, and then what is now complete. Complete generally means that extras are now for sale and in stock, or have been. So you can follow all of that live on the website at any given time. Clicking on the Navi 60, you will see we have PCBs, plates, and accessories received at PTHQ. Cases in our next shipment due to arrive in late May. And that's the update. So yeah, there you go. Once it's finished shipping to Prototypist, you'll see it in this column instead, which is where it goes through quality control, packing, and shipping. And then it'll move on to shipping to customers. What's that about the discount codes? It shouldn't be showing one. It should say that Jay will be dropping some random discount codes into chat today with some money off in-stock items. Let me have a look. Ah, yes, okay. So for some reason it's not saved it. There you go. We can show you what the discount is going to be. There you go, that's the discount. So there you go. Yeah, you can check the website for everything. You can also do the same for GMK sets. If you go back to here, you can go and see where the GMK sets are. So you'll see that Black Snail is now shipping to us, and it should arrive within 2 weeks after the May the 16th, because that's roughly how long it takes to ship to us from GMK. You can see everything that we're waiting for, everything that's currently in group buy or has just finished group buy, and then on the far right you can see all of the GMK sets we have ever proxied, which is a big old list. It's a big old list. I think we might have actually been the vendor for more GMK sets than any other vendor out there right now. I think it's a big old list. It's a big old list. 158 sets completed. Well, 159 sets completed because Modern Materials is now in stock. That needs moving over to that, and then we've got 10 in total that are somewhere between group buy closing and shipping to PT. So yeah, so there you go. You can always check the updates. Whatever information we have on there is always the latest information. So do check it out. Looks fantastic. Thanks, man. I don't know what you mean that to, but yeah. That green and pink. Yeah, oh, you mean the CGI? The CGI, it came out so dope. Like, I'm so happy with it. I've had it for about a year now. Really, really happy with it. Package with twin duct AC can be itself installed. Just need the darn economies of scale to make it widely available in the UK. Yes, Gadgetoid, our mini split system, which is 2 rooms, one literally above the other, with 3.5 kilowatt machines in both rooms, and the outdoor unit mounted to the wall. I think it was 1,800 quid. That's fully installed, fully fitted. We did upgrade this year when we had it serviced last week. We did upgrade the internal units because they now have like a whisper quiet. Samsung do like a whisper quiet one where it doesn't actually push air out like a fan as part of it. It just comes out of a series of holes all the way through it. And I can't remember what they call it, windless or something like that. There's no breeze off of it. So we did upgrade to those, and I think that was 500 quid a room. So yeah. But yeah, and it's cheaper. They also work as a heater in the winter because they're basically a heat pump system, and that basically means that they're cheaper to run in the UK right now than the gas-fired central heating. So yeah. Is that PlayTray V2 on your desk? If so, can we get a close-up, please? Bob Ross tosses, it is not the V2. The V2 is in group buy right now. This is the V1. This is the soft pink from V1, which has seen some heavy use on my desk. It's been here for maybe a couple of years now, but you can get the second one in group buy right now. Let's show you that. So if you go back onto the website, click on the home page, come down to live group buys right here in the middle, and you will see that the PlayTray V2 is now in group buy. So these are £39, 17 pence plus VAT, which makes them £47 for UK customers. And you can see we've got a few different colours. This version does have a little lid that you can pop off, which is pretty cool. There you go, that's how it works. So yeah, you can pick those up now. They're in group buy and they're expected to ship early next year. I think realistically it's probably going to be Q4 this year when we get them and ship them out. It's going to be before Christmas, but we've just given ourselves a bit of leeway time and said it's going to be Q1 next year. But yeah, the PlayTray V2 are available right now. You can pick them up. There is an engraved version as well, which looks like this. It has Sleepy Cats in the middle, whereas mine has a Winky Cat in the middle. Like an awake cat, and that's because this one gets covered up with the lid. So there you go. Pretty excited for these. I've got 2 that I'm going to purchase myself. I'm going to purchase another soft pink one, and I'm also going to purchase the lavender one for my wife. So there you go. Looks like it's trying to green screen or something. Yeah, the camera. So the camera, I'm using a new capture card, and I haven't fully figured out all of the settings on it yet. So historically, we were using a Camlink Pro, which is here, and now we're using a Magewell capture card, and whilst it's installed and it is working just fine, there are some settings and elements that I need to try and fix on it. So yeah, we'll get there in the end. The Leviathans won't be part of the end of the May shipment. No, so Leviathans have been a bit different. If you, this takes a little bit of talking about because I have to be careful here. So on the Leviathans, if you go to the updates pages again, click on keyboards, and then look at the Leviathan, there is a lot of information on here, but effectively what happened was that we had to ship all of our boards back to the manufacturer because there were issues with them. They're currently in the process of refinishing and remaking the parts that need to be remade. Sharon, who you can see is named on here, she's our project manager. She's been handling that very, very closely with Canon Keys. I'm not privy to all of the details because Sharon handles that pretty much exclusively. But effectively what we're doing now is we're just waiting for the next for them to be finished reworking, and then we'll ship them over as soon as we can. The information is on there. It's the best information we have. I appreciate it's like 6 weeks since that note was put on there, but like we'll know as soon as these are finished what's going to happen. But we do need to wait for them to be refinished before we can communicate that, or until we get an update from Canon Keys. So yeah, unfortunately Leviathans won't be in this next shipment, but as soon as we can get them here, we will. Please bear with us on that one. Like it's just one of those things, but we'll be there as quickly as we can with that. Okay, I can't believe I was stressing about my GCSEs like 2 weeks ago in your stream, Jay, and I'm back and everything has gone well so far. Congratulations, man. You'll get your results in like August, I think. It's a long time since I did my GCSEs. It's 24 years since I did my GCSEs. Blackbrook, thank you so much for a subscription for 2 months. 2 years. 2 PT birthdays. Congratulations. Did Analog Dreams have full ISO? The original round 1 had full UK ISO. Round 2 did not. The designer decided to not have it in there. Sorry for it being said, but I just joined. Update on the Neo Ergo. Yeah, it'll go live on the 22nd of this month, I think, or maybe the 20th actually. No, it's been brought forward to the 20th. It'll go live tomorrow. If you're in our Discord server, we'll ping on the server when it goes live. It'll probably be tomorrow night. This week we're also going to open up a pre-order for a load of other Neo products as well. We were aiming for the 22nd for all of them, but then we were asked if we could bring forward the launch date for the Neo Ergo to the 20th, which we've agreed to do. So it'll probably be about 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon when that goes live. And then on the 22nd, we'll have pre-orders for some other Neo products as well. I think Neo 18, Neo 17, a few others. So, yeah. The Notion board is genius, to be honest. Well, historically, I was a project manager for 15 years for Lloyds Banking Group. So, this is really light touch. Like what you guys don't see is that in the background we have a lot of stuff happen on Notion itself. Like most of PT as a business runs on Notion, and those updates are just a very, very light touch of what's available. I have shown it on a stream previously. If you go back to our stream history, if you're interested, we use Notion to kind of like track our internal projects, track all our deliverables. We even track staff holidays and time off and all of that kind of stuff on Notion as well. It's used for absolutely everything, pay slips and you name it, it's all on there. So yeah, Notion's really cool. Are you a hoodie or a sweatshirt person? Meme God 21. I'm a hoodie person, but I didn't used to be. I used to work in fintech for a bank, and I was suited and booted for a long time. And up until 2018, I didn't own a pair of jeans. It was either chinos or suits. That was pretty much all I had, or shorts, chino shorts. So yeah, my style has changed drastically since I started PT, and I'm very much a jeans or shorts and hoodie person now. So yeah, there you go. Thanks a lot. No worries, man. No worries. J-Stock's more GMK than GMK. Yeah. How many keycaps is that, dude? I have no idea. We're going to be giving away a load of free GMK keycaps at the meetup. We're going to do like a blind bag lucky dip where you can just reach in and you grab a keycap, and it's just going to be a load of spare GMK stuff that we have. You might get like a novelty keycap. You might just get a standard control keycap. You might get a spacebar. Who knows? But yeah, we're just going to do the meetup in June. So yeah, got space. Cat space. This is my best kit. Nice. Exciting stuff. I have 2 things on that shipment. Nostalgia desk mats I'm looking forward to. Dude, those nostalgia desk mats are so cool. I'm very much looking forward to those as well. Discount. Yeah, I'm going to drop some codes in chat. In fact, let's do one right now. Let's create a discount. Let's do like 10 quid off an in-stock order. And we'll do some more of these. Let me create one now and we'll drop a code into chat. So let me create a discount. Has to be on in-stock items. I'm just going to call this streaming _1. Let's do £10 off any in-stock order, and let's limit it to the first 3 people to use it. We'll do some more later on. or we'll end it at midnight when the stream ends. Cool. Okay, so if you would like to get £10 off any Instac order, you can use the code streaming_1. I've popped that in chat. That will last until 3 people have used it, so it's not going to be long, I don't think. So 3 people can use that code streaming_1, and you'll get £10 off your order. We might drop some more codes later on in chat. It might be free shipping, might be more of a discount, might be less of a discount, might be percentages, who knows. So yeah, feel free to use that. First 3 people to use it get that discount. Yeah, it's the wind free. Where after that, it looks amazing. Partner has allergies, so it helps with that too. Yeah, like we'll find. So since we upgraded from the standard air conditioning to the wind free, game changer. Like it's so much nicer, and it was really nice before. So yeah, go for that if you can do. Will you be vending the binner pad? Yes, we will be. If you mean the new one, I can't remember the name, but yes, we will be. Matty DM, hey man, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Is it a fidget toy? Is the play tray a fidget toy? Yeah, so it's like a magnetic tray. So this is a magnetic tray. It's got a magnet in the bottom, so you can put screws and stuff in here, and then you can kind of like whiz the ball around. Quite often I'll do it when I'm thinking. It'll just be sat on the desk, and I'll just flick the ball and play with it a little bit. So, yeah, that's absolutely yeah. Your overhead is Cam is bugging out on the green. Looks like it's trying to chroma key or something. Yeah, it is. It's the new Mage Ball capture card. As I say, I haven't fully dialed in all the settings on it yet because there's a lot of stuff on it that you can do. And the main reason for that is because I'm going to be building on Thursday on stream. I'm going to be building the new streaming PC for this setup because this one is really not good for what we're doing with it. So yeah, so we'll have a new streaming setup very very soon. We'll be building it on stream on Thursday. We'll build a computer here, and then yeah, we'll be using that going forwards. How did you get on with the Cam Link? Been looking at getting one. Let's see, if you want to buy this one off me, you can do. It works just fine. I just wanted to upgrade to the Mage Well because I want more than 4 camera inputs for some stuff I'm planning. I want to have like a latte cam when I'm making coffees, and I also want to have a permanent camera fixed by the laser cutter for when I'm doing laser cutting streams and stuff like that. So yeah, like effectively what we'll be doing is we'll be streaming from this PC at this desk, but I'll just have like a access to a monitor downstairs where I can watch the stream on my iPad or something, and a fixed camera down there, so I'll be able to see what's going on. So yeah, we're going to be working on a few things. So this one, if you are interested in it, so you can have it off me for like 50% off, whatever. But it's 4 HDMI in, it's fine. It's just a little bit dusty. Mid-August GCSEs, yeah, nice. I think the discount code might be for the other stream. Doesn't work. Yeah, we've updated the discount code. Yeah. Listening in while wallpapering. Hope there are no bombshells or I'll be off the ladder. No bombshells, no bombshells. 15 years at Lloyd's Banking Group and you seem healthy. How? Dude, I've not worked there for 5 years now. It's crazy. Or nearly for 4 years. It would be 4 years actually. 4 years last week. It was the 14th of May when I finished. Which was ironic because I started on the 9th of May. 20 years prior to that. So yeah. So kind of crazy. How old am I? Too old is the real answer to that. Yeah, I think we've updated the code. I'm just behind on chat, so I hope you're right about that. Dude, you look about 30 years old for me. Did you work at Lloyd's when you were in school? No, I'm a lot older than 30. I wish I was still 30. Is this the MK UK meetup or PT meetup? So the keycaps we're going to have at the MK UK meetup in June. We are going to do a PT open day, probably September, October time. We need to work out some dates. Maybe, I think we're figuring the last week in September. So we're going to do like a barbecue here at the workshop one Saturday or Sunday. People will be able to come, drop in, pick some stuff up, get some nice discounts. We'll do some giveaways. We'll have some free coffee on, that kind of stuff. Be nice. Some of the cars there and stuff like that. Pokemon Kid, thank you so much for the 16 months of Prime Sub gaming subs. I appreciate that. Jay graduated from university 1 year old. Yeah. I'll just flick the ball and play with it a little bit. Yeah, I do. I just flick it like that, like this. You ordered a play tray yesterday? Nice. What's your current PC specs? We talked about this on a stream the other day. So, for some reason, this PC is not the specification it was when I bought it. Now, we have 2 PCs here at the workshop. We have one upstairs in my office and one downstairs in the packing room. The one downstairs in the packing room only prints off labels and customer invoices, does a bit of web browsing, and occasionally plays some Spotify, right? That's all it does. And for some reason, that has got the 3090 that was in this system in that machine downstairs. And that machine downstairs has also got half of the RAM that was in this machine as well. So this machine originally had 32 gig of RAM. It now has 16. And I did always wonder why it was a bit slow. So I do remember that we had to change some stuff around when we put the capture cards in, because both of the machines have got capture cards in case we do like a workshop stream or something. And yeah, I remember at the time Mel was moving like graphics cards around and stuff, and I think somehow her PC ended up being better spec'd out than mine. But yeah, so half the hardware that should be in this machine is in the other machine. It is what it is. It's fine. So yeah, we're going to have a new machine up here that's going to be a little bit more modern, and it's going to be able to stream a little bit better than what we got at the minute. So yeah. Where did you order PC components from? A mixture of places, wherever was cheapest, basically. Some from Amazon, some from CCL, some from Scan, and I think there was one other place as well. So yeah. Do you have a guesstimate for the TGR Jane rubber hose pricing? I don't at the minute. So unfortunately, A, it's under NDA, so I can't tell you, and B, not all of the pricing has been figured out. Like the last time I saw an update, which was probably Wednesday, Thursday last week, they were still going through some of the quotations and hadn't decided on a price yet. I don't know what the retail price is going to be until I get told by KLC and TGR. And then I'll base the UK pricing based off of that, based off what it costs us to import it and VAT and all of the tax kind of stuff and everything else. So I don't. I could tell you a number, and I may be so far off, you know. I think the best I can say, it's not going to be $1,000, right? It's going to be less than £1,000. It's probably going to, you know, but I can't give you a specific number, and I'm under NDA anyway. So even if I knew a number, I couldn't tell you right now. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. More than 4 cameras, love that. Yeah, discount gone in a few seconds. Waiting for excuse to get another little indie cable. I'm missing the prismatic. We might do some more discounts in a little bit. I do like to do some discounts. Get you guys some discounts while we're streaming. On the topic of TGR Jane, are you planning on snagging them yourself? Yeah, I have a few TGRs, and I do want the rubber hose one. So if I'm fast enough, I will go. Well, in fact, actually, it's guaranteed if you buy the key set, and I bought 2 of the key sets. So yeah. 3090 for Spotify, dude. It like this has ended up with a 3060 in it, because both machines were pretty high spec at the time, because they were bought like 4 years ago or whatever. Yeah, and for some reason the machine downstairs is in it with a way higher spec than what this one has. Yeah, makes sense why the orders go out so quickly. That's just down to the packing skills, right? So yeah, she nicked your RAM. Yeah, I think so. There are music videos on Spotify, but yeah, the 3090 is overkill. Dude, like, it could work on the integrated graphics, because that machine does so little in terms of, like, stuff, really. It accesses basically, everything it accesses is basically a front-end website for something. It doesn't even run the apps natively, so we could do it on an iPad. We don't actually need a PC there. We could do it on a cheap laptop, like a Chromebook, maybe. It doesn't need anything. Mr. Gimp, thank you so much for the 14 months of subs, dude. I really appreciate that. Always like to overclockers? Yeah. Overclockers is great. Yeah. I've not had Haribo from them. Okay. Well, I haven't ordered from them in a long time, but they used to give it as well. Yeah. If you were to open under the PT branch, where would it be? Tesh, you know, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like the market is saturated with vendors a little bit at the minute, and I don't mean that negatively. I think that's great for consumer choice. I don't think there is anywhere in the world where we could open up another branch of PT and be as successful as we have been here, just because there are established players that are have more opportunity and more panache behind them than what PT would have. With the struggles with my keyboard, I had considered very, very briefly looking at something in the EU. When I do look at it though, Oblotsky and KeyGem and Candy Keys pretty much have it tied up between them, and they're great people. And there's a load of smaller vendors coming through now as well, like Delta Key and Eloquent Clicks and all of that. So there's really no space in the EU anymore, I don't think. US is massively influenced by the likes of Canon Keys and Novel Keys. Shout out to Mike and Upas who run those stores. So you know, it's just a really difficult thing to say. Would you be interested in opening up anywhere else? Like, great, I'd love to, you know, have have a workshop in America and spend my time between both places. That'd be great. But realistically, the market isn't there for it, and the opportunity to do that would be significantly more than I'd want to invest to do it. I had this really crazy dream about 6 months ago when Signature Plastics announced that they were going to sell up, that PT moved over there and bought them out, and it was really, because I've been to Signature Plastics in the past, so like the dream was quite vivid, but the realistic nature of it is whilst it would be really nice, I just don't think that there is already a lot of competition in those markets. I don't think it would be worthwhile to change. Would you recommend ordering something from the EU? It depends on where you're based. We're based in the UK. If you want to order from us, we ship worldwide. That's fine. We can ship to the EU if you're already there, and your taxes and everything will be paid. If you're in the UK and you want to buy from the EU, there are from anywhere in the world, the rules around imports being over £135 in value. If it's less than that, the vendor that you buy from has to sort out your tax, otherwise it might be destroyed at customs. Most vendors have either got a limit that you have to bypass, or they're already sorted out for VAT. So yeah, take that in mind. CCL accept kidneys for RTX products. CCL are just around the corner from us. You used to be able to go and click and collect there, but you can't anymore, which was slightly disappointing. 30 series was not 4 years ago, was it? I might be like that might be hyperbole, I don't know, Gouty, but like they're certainly like a couple of years old at the very least. We had them in the old workshop, and we've been in the new workshop for 18 months now, so yeah. Dude, Pokemon Kid says, soon you're going to have enough PCs for a prototypist LAN. Dude, we have we have here at PT, like, you should see our server cabinet. We have something like 100 LAN ports all around the workshop here. Like, it's absolutely crazy. The company that had this space before us, they networked this place to the high heavens, and I just bought a cheap server cabinet, and Jellymaster was kind enough to bring us some massive switches, and we have like 100 ports dotted all around the workshop, so we could 100% host like a giant LAN party. Yeah. PT China? No. Venice PT store? I'll go on a trip to Venice with you. We'll 100% do that together. But yeah, I don't think I want to open a store there. I'd love to spend a week there though with you. Did the Gihern sell as you expected? What about GMK Nerve? GMK Nerve sold pretty much as expected. I was sorting out the numbers for that on Friday to submit to GMK. That's gonna I need to finish that off on Monday. I think we're gonna struggle to get the number pad to MOQ, so it's likely that the number pad is going to get cancelled. The Gihern, no, this round hasn't sold as well as I thought it would. We've only got 5 left, or at the time I last checked, we had 5 Giherns left. If you do want a Gihern, I would absolutely recommend you pre-order it now. But we actually gave some of our allowance to another vendor because we didn't hit anywhere near what we expected to. So yeah, strangely the Gihern didn't sell as well as I thought it would. But yeah. Netsy says, regarding a little chit chat earlier, are you going to send me, need me to send you anything image-wise ahead of our catch-up tomorrow? No, we'll sort it out tomorrow, dude. Don't worry. I wonder what happened to SP. The owner of SP is just old and he wants to retire. It's as simple as that. And his daughter doesn't want to do it on her own. So Melissa is approximately my age, I think. She's very nice, it's Melissa. If you've ever emailed Signature Plastics, it's Melissa that you'll probably speak to. They're quite a small team there. But it's her father who owns the business, and he just wants to retire. It's as simple as that.
Incredible.
So yeah. Nobody wants to buy SP. I would love to buy SP. I did briefly chat with them about it, and it was an interesting opportunity. It was something that just didn't work in the end. So yeah, just sad timing. Swag keys have a limit. Had to cancel the transition light order. I think it's $135 US. Yeah, so it's 130. The import situation into the UK is quite complex. Basically, if it's valued under £135, the vendor who is selling the item is legally required under UK law, if they're selling to a UK customer, to collect the VAT and then pay that to the taxman here in the UK. That is the legal requirement. If it is over £135, then the vendor does not have to collect the VAT, can ship the item to the customer, and then the customer will be charged import duties during the import process. So VAT is due either way. Now, if the vendor sells you something valued at less than £135, doesn't collect the VAT, when it gets to the border force and it gets to customs, HMRC will do one of two things. They'll either charge you the correct VAT, or they will cancel it and destroy the item. Very occasionally they send it back, but most of the times I've seen they've destroyed it. There is a small chance that your package will get through undetected and you'll get no import fees, but that's a risk that you take on your own details. So yes, that's the rules. Duty is only due on things over £135, but import taxes are based on two things, which is duty and VAT. You will always pay the VAT, even if it's valued at 1 penny, you'll pay VAT. Duty is only on certain items, and the rate of duty varies depending on what it is. For example, it's higher on rubber-based products than it is on keycaps. Keycaps are 0%, rubber-based products are 10%, if I remember correctly. A load of things like car parts are 2.5%, so duty varies. VAT is 20%. Yeah. Are you saying we could bring PCs to yours and do 1v1s for GMK sets? Yeah, but I'd never give any GMK sets away because I'm just too good, right? Yeah. Jay, are you a LinkedIn user anymore, or now you're PT focused? Do you really use the platform? Would love to hear more about the business side from you. For LinkedIn, I've never been on LinkedIn. So yeah, so I'm not on there. Well, I don't ever remember setting up an account. I've never been part of that. I was lucky enough to be in a position at Lloyd's when I left that quite a few people offered me jobs working for different companies because I'd worked with a lot of people over my career. I'd worked with a lot of companies. I'd worked with Apple. I'd worked with BT. I'd worked with loads and loads of different companies. I actually got offered a job at Lego after I left, but PT was what I wanted to do, so I declined the job. So yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things. That's why numpads should be in base kit, in my opinion. I completely appreciate that, but then it puts the price up and people don't buy because the price is high. There is the numbers show, and this is not necessarily causality or causation, but there is a correlation. I'm just trying to be really clear here. There is a correlation that shows that if a base kit does not have a numpad in it, and it does not have UK ISO in it, then it will sell significantly more sets than it will do if either of those two things are included. Now, I'm not saying that's causation or causality, but it is correlation. So there is a very distinct correlation that as numbers go up for sales, though you see that the compatibility diminishes. I suspect that the real correlation there is that excluding those items allows the base price to be lower, and the lower base price is more attractive to customers. I suspect it's more in that vein, but the numbers do support that. And when you try and look at the numbers, it's very, very hard to get people away from the mindset that adding UK ISO will actually hurt the sales of my set. It's very difficult to get them away from that. That's why we're trying to do with like KKB, like the free UK ISO kits. That's why I started that. So yeah. So yeah, cool. Okay, blindly, that was a tax clinic. Yeah, sorry, but like it comes up a lot, so I like to just talk about it. GMK Purplish opinion. Got a friend considering it for a gingham. Purplish is a great set. Like it has some great novelties as well. GMK should have like a pick mix or mini kits like Cat sets. The issue with stuff like Cat. Okay, right. Real talk for a second. Someone's going to clip this and bring this back to me in like 5 years' time. There's something to say. Cat sets are great from a customer perspective because you can. So if you don't know, the way that general keycap sets work is that you have to sell X number of kits per kit. So base kits might be 150 or 250 or whatever it is to get that made. So with GMK, if you want to do a stock color base kit, you have to sell 150 kits of that to be able to order them from GMK and have it made. You have to order a minimum of 150 base kits. Okay, that's a stock color one. If it's custom colors, it's 250. Child kits might be 100 units usually. Sometimes you can get GMK to do child kits at 50 units, but that's rare. Anyway, Cat works differently. So with Cat through Keyreative and CAM, what you have to do is you have to hit an MOQ based on the number of units in the keys. So if you have a kit that has 5 1U keycaps in it and 2 7U spacebars, then you count up the number of units in there. So you've got 5 units from your 5 1U keycaps, and you've got 2 7Us, so you've got 14 from the 7Us plus 5 keys. So that gives you 19 units in that one kit. Okay, let's just say it's called like a homing kit or whatever, right? It doesn't matter. So you've got this kit here. It's got a 19U of keycaps in it. and you sell 100 of those. So you've got 1,900 units towards your ultimate MOQ, which is usually 100,000 units, I think, or it might be 50,000 units. I can't remember. So that means that quite quickly you can, if you have like a full-on alpha kit and then a modified kit, you can like have so many different multiple kits, because every single kit doesn't have to hit its own MOQ. It just has to hit an overall number of units available. Now that seems great in theory. In practice, it's not quite that simple. So over the past couple of years, CAT and CAM sets have had some massive delays, and part of it is due to that way of creating an MOQ, that artificial inflation of saying, right, okay, well, there might only be a single one of these, I don't know, Espanol custom ISO kit. Only one person in the world bought that, so we're only going to produce one. No one's going to buy any extras of that. So then they have to set up all of the machinery to just produce one kit, and that might count, 25 units towards the overall 50,000 unit MOQ. So that it makes sense from a customer perspective, but when you come down to the actual manufacturing, they might have 60 kits. Like Cat Spaceless, I think there was like 36, 37 kits to manufacture. That's 36 or 37 different layouts that you have to put into your dye sublimation machine and then run specific numbers through it. It's really complex to manufacture. It's a lot to keep track of. There's a lot of opportunity to make mistakes. There's a lot of opportunity to need to do remakes and kind of reproduce kits. And then from a vendor perspective, it's really tricky to buy extras, because your money is then kind of spread over 10 kits. Instead of me buying an extra, 25 base kits of whatever GMK set it is, I then have to think, well, I've got 5 of this mod set to buy and 2 of that mod set to buy, and I better buy 10 alphas. And it becomes really hard from a vendor to try and like stock the right stuff. Additionally, when it comes down to packing, we have never made a profit on any cat set, because by the time we've actually sorted all of the sets out into the 35, 36 piles and counted them all to make sure they're achievable, the cost of having staff and warehouse space for that, we've basically lost whatever profit margin we had, like just to organize it. And the same, like that includes like organizing all of the extras and everything else, and making the orders and checking off things on spreadsheets and checking invoices and everything else. It's just a lot of back end production work. So we've never actually made a profit on any Cat or Cam set because of that. And then when it comes down to actually packing it, you have to go through every single kit. You can say, right, on this invoice, instead of just picking up the base kit and a couple of child kits and put them in a box and the customer gets all the keys they need, you might have to pick up 10, 15 different kits to kind of accommodate them. And that introduces more errors and more opportunity for mistake, because the more complex that you make things, the more chance you have of making an operational mistake. So from a vendor side, it's really, really difficult, and it's hard to manage those sets because they're really complex. From a logistical perspective, they're quite complex things. I'm not saying it's impossible to do. I'm not saying it's impossible to have 100% success rate. I'm pretty sure with Cat Spaceless, we didn't actually have anyone complain that we sent the wrong set out or anything like that. So I'm pretty sure we nailed it for every single customer. You watch now, I'm going to get 10 emails this week saying we didn't, but yeah, it's a lot of work to manage those sets, and it's really difficult from a manufacturing perspective as well. And that's part of the reason why we saw these massive Cat and Cam delays. It's not the only reason, but it's part of the reason why we saw these massive delays. So whilst they're better for the customer, I'm not sure they're better for the community overall, because if we only ran that type of MOQ, I don't know how we'd make money to keep the company going. I really don't, because the level of the level of logistical time and effort and cost is just exponential on those sets, and the more kits you have, the more logistics you add to them, so it's really difficult. Can we expect vid content for the coffee stuff? Yeah. So Jay's Roastery, which launched to like early access a couple of weeks ago, as that kind of like builds up, so the website's kind of going under a redesign. There's a lot more artwork being created. Tim and I are making a new logo. We're building out the book club and all of that kind of stuff. When the site actually goes into proper production towards the end of this month, early next month, we'll 100% be starting to put some more stuff on Instagram for it as well. Yeah, so if you're interested, guys, and you're interested in coffee and you like coffee, jaysroastery.co.uk, roast story, I'll put the link in chat just in case anyone is interested, is my new coffee company. This is it here. We've got 3 roasts that you can purchase at the minute. Each roast comes in espresso beans in different weights. You can subscribe, you can buy single ones. All the roasting notes are there, and also we've got brewing notes as well. So if you like espresso or pour over, there's details on how to make them as well. So this company is completely carbon neutral, 100% carbon neutral, fair trade, everything else. And we've got these beans roasting. This is actual beans that are in my cup right now from the last batch I picked up, roasting right there. So yeah, lots of changes coming to the workshops. It's coming to Jay's Roastery soon. So yeah, watch out for that. It's basically an early access. The reason why I've put the site up is so that you guys can pick up some coffee if you're interested, because we're in the process. Well, we still sell the coffee already to a number of cafes locally, so we have got quite a bit of coffee being produced each week. And yeah, I want you guys to be able to have the opportunity to try that out as well, whilst we're building up the rest of the website. So yeah. Just want to say I'm feeling the beard. It's looking fire. Thanks, man. It actually needs a trim and reshaping. I need to go to the barbers hopefully this week. So yeah. Bosch says I mainly buy GMK with ISO in base, but I might be a special case. No, I don't think you are. I just think, like as I said before, the numbers that I mentioned, they're not causality, and it's not causation. It's just a correlation, and trying to put a rationale on that isn't always possible. Interestingly though, if you look at our website right now, we do offer on Prototypist in group buy on KKB sets. So if you look at where is it? Is the group buy still live? Yeah. If you look at KKB Ski Data Neo, so this is sets in group buy. It's Ski Data, but the new version. There is a free UK ISO kit. And look, it's £0 and 0 pence. We don't charge for this. We've sold, a few dozen sets of this, and only 4 people have actually had a free kit to get UK ISO added. The vast majority of UK buyers don't want the UK ISO kit, even when it's free. It's this bizarre thing. Now we're going to continue to do this for at least a year, give free ISO kits with every KKB set that we do. It took me a while to get KKB to agree to do this, but they have done, and they've been really good about it. So yeah, so it's just one of those things. Not every customer buys it. The vast majority of customers don't buy the UK ISO. I absolutely do. It's just one of those things. Like, I've been telling people this for years, that it's really difficult to market and sell UK ISO, and everyone says, "Oh no, it's not. It must be really easy." It's really not. It's really not. Like, most UK customers don't want UK ISO, even when it's free. I don't know how to combat that. I really don't. I wish I could. The cat says a hell for the key set parser. Absolutely, yeah. Cool. Let's I've noticed that some of you guys are trying to use that streaming code to get £10 off your basket. Let's if you've already used it, you won't be able to use it again, but I've made that code work again. So if you guys want to use it, you can use streaming1 as a discount to get £10 off of any in-stock order. Go and spend on.
Incredible.
There's more of them there. KKB Instant, everyone go buy it. Yeah, go buy the KKB sets. Get your free UK ISO. Why not, right? I've already put in the order for Ski Data. Nice. One of the 4. Nice. It might be more than 4 now. I haven't looked at the numbers. It might be more than 4, but when we last reported the numbers for the group buy, it was only 4, which was really low. Really low. Did the custom colours for Nerve increase the price? Nightshade has ISO and numpad in base, but it's the same price. So Nightshade was targeting a higher MOQ. So I think, if I remember rightly, the vendors agreed to buy Nightshade out to some higher MOQ at the time. It might have been 1,000 sets or something like that. Nerve was only targeting 250 just because of the way the market is right now. So the cost was going to be higher because the production cost is going to be higher because it's not going to sell as many units. That, and these are the actual sample colors for Nerve. This yellow is really hard for GMK to do. The overhead camera is going to give you a better view of the color. Look how bright this yellow is. It is super bright. It's super cool. It's so neon, it's unbelievable. And that was just really, really difficult for GMK to nail. So yeah, need to buy Ski Data. Just wait until the end of the month. Yeah, dude. I didn't realize you had the free kits to the car. I assume from the announcement you just automatically include them. Maybe others thought the same. Like, maybe, but like it's literally their UK ISO kit. So, and it does say on the product listing, UK ISO customers get a free UK. Look, it's on. Let me show you. Like, it's literally on here. It's right here. UK customers get a free UK ISO kit when you buy the base kit. Only valid with the base kit purchase. Just add both the base kit and the ISO kit to your cart. Just add both the base kit and the ISO kit to your cart. It literally tells you on the product listing. So I'm not sure that that's the right rationale for that. Maybe, but I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah. Crazy how you won't take the kits even when they're free. Even if you don't use UK ISO yourself, it makes the set more value if they end up selling it. Maybe? I don't know. I don't think the years of lack of support for layout helped. In that time, many people just decided to go to ANSI. Now we have the option. Do you think it's the case of better late than never? Maybe you're right, JQ. Maybe you're right. Unfortunately, the market's just never been in a position where vendors could afford to do this before. And it's taken us a long time to get into this kind of like position where we're able to do it. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're right. It's impossible for me to say. Some people see free and then don't read the rest, but people can't read Jane. Like, I can only do so much, right? I can only do so much. The thing is, right, the other side of this as well is I have to buy these kits off of KKB. I don't get them for free. I have to go and pay for them. Now, they're not particularly expensive. I'm not going to give you the costs here, but it's about $1 a key, right? So, and we make maybe $10 a base kit profit. So if it's $5 to produce them, it halves my profit margin. So I'm only going to buy what customers want. I'm not going to buy one for every base kit if I don't have to, because not every customer wants it, which is shown by the way it sells. And I could increase the price and accommodate it for that, sure, but then I'm not giving it away for free. I'm just absorbing the cost. The customer's absorbing the cost instead of me, and I want to make sure it's me that absorbs the cost. So yeah, like this is the only way I can really do it, and I don't want to force people to pay extra for keys they don't want. The idea is that people who want them can have them for free, but if people don't want them and don't add them to cart, they don't get them. So I'm at a loss as to what to say on that one. It's really difficult. It's really difficult. Fair enough. I just can't imagine people wouldn't add them to their orders if they knew they're free and only had to add them to cart. Or if people don't want them, they won't add them, right? Simple as that. Speaking of can't read, I thought Jay was giving away a Mr. Suit. No, I'm not giving it away. Free stuff and not taken. I will use this as an example in my teaching. Feel free, Rue. Feel free. Oh, actually, Rue, can you DM me? Because I think I need to double check your data before the meetup. For those that don't know, Rue is doing a talk on the economics of keyboards at MK UK meetup. So the economic of group buys, the economies of group buys, and the economic status of them within the community at the UK meetup in June, which is really, really cool. And I am supposed to vet it, so I do need to have a look at that just to make sure. Storesness, thank you so much for the 37 months of subs. 37 months, still here, he says. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much. SRIP Keebs as well. Thank you so much for the 7 months of Prime Gaming subs. I thoroughly appreciate you both. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Moon says, if Instant doesn't make MOQ, does everyone get refunded? My first group buy that might not make it. Yeah. It shows in our FAQs, but if a group buy doesn't get made, you get your money back. Like, we're not going to keep the money, obviously. That'd be ridiculous. So yeah, so we will 100% refund you. Yeah. Don't forget, guys, if you do want to use that Streaming 1 discount, you can. There should be a few more left available. I don't think anyone else has used it since. Yeah, so Streaming 1 will get you 10% discount on anything in stock. So, yeah. Go get some stuff in stock. Go get some stuff in stock. You should just do the UK ISO keys, £5 would seem like a no-brainer. Dude, I don't want to charge people for having compatibility though. If I can give it to them for free, why not, right? Why not? Maybe people would buy them if they were £5 and they don't like it because it's free. I don't know. Like when we fixed GMK Euler for all of the US customers, we had literally had someone come into the Prototypist Discord. And so if you don't know the history here, so the US vendor was Captus Keycaps, and they were not a GMK vendor, so they ordered through Prototypist effectively. So we paid GMK for our set and Captus's set. Then Captus could not pay me back for their set, and they went bankrupt. So I shipped out all of the Captus sets to the Captus customers and paid for them on my dime, even though we never got paid for them, which cost us tens of thousands of dollars to do. And we actually had one of the affected customers come into the Discord server and complain that I was doing that. They complained that I was fixing this issue and I was sending them the sets for free. They thought it was they thought it was the behavior was so bizarre to do that I must be getting something out of it somewhere along the line, like I was benefiting some way. And I just didn't understand that mindset. Like, I really didn't. Like, we were just literally trying to fix it for Captus customers and make sure that the customers who bought the set got the set, even though we'd never had the money and we'd paid GMK for them and Captus ran away with the money. So like, the whole idea of people not liking free stuff, there is sometimes a sentiment that people don't want free stuff. And that was the first time I'd ever experienced it. But yeah, it does happen. Somebody else, thank you so much for the happy affiliate anniversary wishes. I really appreciate those. I actually don't know which anniversary it is. Is it 3 years? 3 years we've been streaming now, maybe? Blackbrook says, Will is watching with me tonight, Jay. He says hi. Hi, Will. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're ready for school in the morning. Wait, is it school holidays? No. Enjoy school tomorrow, Will. Out of curiosity, will the talks MK UK be recorded? They sound super duper interesting. RL Keeps, I don't think we've got a plan to record them at the minute, but I will double check with the team this week. In fact, Alvi, if you're still watching, let's add that to the agenda for the meeting this week. So yeah. More proof that ANSY's superior. Yes, I said it. The Woodfork, thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription. I really appreciate that. We're currently at 224 subs out of 230 subs. If we do get to 230 subs today, we will be giving away a free set of something, probably some GMK sets or a key set or something. I haven't decided what yet, but I can decide on the spot if we make it. And we're also going to do, whilst we're doing the build of the board, whoever tags me and asks a question, we're going to give away a prize for the best question. Alvi actually won that on the last stream, so yeah. Added to the agenda. Thank you, Alvi. I appreciate you. Yeah. Mods ban this guy. Right, okay. I think I've told you about PT News and everything coming soon. Don't forget, guys, you can get a discount of £10 on any Instock order at the minute until the code runs out using the code STREAMING1. It'll work on any Instock order. There's the code, STREAMING1. You can get £10 off your order. Only works on in-stock stuff, but there's no minimum spend, so you can use it on whatever you want. We did limit it to 3. I've now changed that to 10. I think about half gone. So out of 13, I think 9 have gone now. But yeah, if you want to use it, please do use it. Get £10 off. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. The symmetry of ANSI just tickles my pickle. That's fair, man. That's fair. But it's not nice, so. Cool. Okay, so I think today we're going to be building a Mr. Suit, which I've never built one of these before. So yeah, we're going to build this and see how it goes. I'm just going to finish the coffee first before I make a mess drinking it. Just got to find some different keycaps for my black Crush 65. Oh, dude, like we get ski data. Like, just do it. Browsing desk mats, can never have enough. The foam in the suit is super thocky. Yeah, I've never built one of these before. I've heard a few sound tests, but I've never actually built one. And it's rare that it gets to this point in a board's life cycle when I've not built one. I tend to get to build quite a lot of keyboards, luckily. This one I've not built. So, yeah, we're going to have a look at the board first. And then we'll build it. And we're going to build it with Gator on Inks today. Oh, Jellymaster, thank you so much for the subs, man. I thoroughly appreciate it. 5 tier 1 gift subs, that does take us up to the 230 sub goal. So thank you so much. Let's do a giveaway now. Let's do a giveaway for that now. Let's go play some marbles. Let me load up Steam. I hadn't actually expected us to hit this today, so I haven't even loaded up Steam today. But let me do that. Let's play marbles for some giveaways. Thank you so much, Jellymaster. I really appreciate that. That's so kind of you. That's super kind of you. Super kind of you. Oh, the game's got to do an update. So yeah, the game's got to do an update. Let's see, for Jelly, let's see if we can get a page full of SPC rockets. I just want the whole page to be full of SPC rockets. Go. Just post rockets. Nothing but rockets. Just rockets. Subs only. So if you're not a sub, you can't do this, unfortunately. But if you're a sub, just post rockets, and let's see if we can get a full page of rockets for Jelly. Just as many rockets as you can post. I love seeing this. This is super cool when you guys make it. It's super cool when you guys make it. Just a full page of rockets. I want to see a page full of rockets. For context, JMS6306, thank you, Jelly. That's the last one I can see. So I just want nothing but rockets until that disappears off my screen. Got to keep going, guys. Got to keep going. Just rockets everywhere. Rockets. No, Captain Reed has ruined it. Captain Reed has ruined it. He's put showing Jelly my rocket. He's put text in there. I want nothing but rockets. So Captain Reed is the one we've got to hide now. Like, you got to show your appreciation for Jelly. We're going to ignore the auto post. That doesn't count. But yeah, we've got to beat Marco Meow has ruined it with CX now. So we've got to beat Marco Meow. You've got to just post as many rockets as you can. Just like copy and paste and spam them. Just spam them. Rockets everywhere. I just want to see a full page of rockets. We've got about 4 more to go until we get rid of the CX comment. Yeah, keep going. Done. There we go. Full page of rockets. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. The rockets just keep going. There we go. Thank you, guys. You're the best. Right, let's play a game of marbles. Let me see if I've got anything I can give away first, actually. Alright, okay, we're going to play for this. This is a set of EPBT Ping. This is what we're going to play for today. Happy affiliate anniversary, thank you so much. We're going to play marbles for a full set of EPBT Ping. This has been one of our sets that we've taken stuff out of and we had to wait for replacements, but it's a full set now. It's a full set of Ping. So we're going to give away EPBT Ping for whoever wins this game of marbles. Let's click on to games. Oh no. Oh no. What's going on here? Let me fix this. Let me fix this. Whoa. Do you know what? It doesn't matter. Let's let's just load up the game. Oh wait, it's all the wrong size. That's wrong. Why is that not working? Why is it not working? Let's fix this. Come on. This is what happens when you use a new capture card. Right. Window capture. Oh, okay. Yeah, window capture, add source, new source, gaming. There we go. You guys should be able to see marbles now. I'm going to continue. We're just going to do a single race here. And I like the community tracks because they're really fun. Let's do a fairly long one. Let's do something that's over 4 minutes. 4 minutes and 3 seconds. Reverse of the marbles. This is what we're going to play. Jay's in Australia. Yeah. I was in Australia. Tall. Australia mode. Oh, what a big man you have. Right, exclamation mark play, guys. We'll put you in the game. This is to say thank you to Jelly for gifting the free subs. I thoroughly appreciate it, Jelly. And this will put you in the game. So exclamation mark play, and we're going to play for a full set of EPBT Ping. It's just the base kit, but whoever wins the race is going to win that set. Right, let's hit start, and you've got 20 seconds left to join, guys. There's 65 of you in there right now. Let's see if we can get 100. Go on, guys. Exclamation mark play will put you in. There's over 200 viewers on the stream right now, so exclamation mark play if you want a freebie. We'll ship this anywhere in the world, doesn't matter where you are. Exclamation mark play. You could be the first time watcher. Doesn't matter. Just get in there. You've got 7 seconds, guys. Exclamation mark play. Get in there as quick as you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 75 people. Let's see who wins the key set. Oh, hard to tell. Looks like Gouty's got an early lead there. Who's dropped down first? Someone's already dropped down. I'm struggling to find out where we are on track. Yeah, it looks like Smoked Out has got the lead by quite a big distance, actually. They've got a huge lead here. Smoked Out is in the lead there. No one coming around the far side at the minute. JQ's in second place. It looks like Smoked is going to get stuck here, though. Is anyone going to go straight through? Gouty goes straight through. Gouty has the lead, but down on the bottom, Godzilla Swaddle is coming through. So is Rue just there as well. Gouty's through. He's going to fall into the big Kahuna section next, but he's going to take a little while to get out of there and get through the cannon. Stinky Man and Nufi is now in the lead, coming along, but let's see if anyone can take that off. Rue is dead. Nahawan is dead. Captain Reed is dead. JMS is dead. Gouty does get fired along. Is he going to take the lead here? Yeah, he takes the lead back. He's running all the way way down the far side. He has skipped all of the obstacles here. Wusthof is coming through as well. Might have just gone off the edge. Ioka is there as well. So is Dr. Ventura. This is Gouty's to lose now as he drops down onto the next obstacle here. This is like a Kaplunk type game. Ioka is there as well. Dr. Ventura is coming through as well. I'm not quite sure where we go after this, but it looks like we're going to come around this corner here. No one else has really caught up here. Nitram Namelock and Elkino Flop are on the way, and so is Marco Meow. Angus One is dead. They've fallen off the map. Let's see who can win here. Dr. Ventura has overtaken though. Elkino Flop's got a lot more pace as they come around here to drop down the hole there. Who's going to make it into the hole first? I'm not quite sure. They're going round and round and round. Let's see who makes it first. Jordan Yu is down and dead. Matt Black's coming through as well. I'm there in the middle of the pack somewhere. Oh, I might be dead even actually. It might be someone else. I've seen Jelly Master, yeah. It looks like Gouty's still got a small lead here. Elkino Flop has taken the lead as they're about to go up in the lift. I'm not quite sure where they go from here though. It looks like they're going to get flung off from somewhere. Let's see who makes it up in the lift first. It's Elkino Flop there. Elkino Flop, Gouty flew up to the top, massive speed. Dr. Ventura as well. Who's going to make it to the end first? Firing up and over here, back into the... Wait, you've already been in here. You've already been in this bit. You've already been in this section. You've got to make it over the wall. Okay, so Nebby is now in the lead. Nebby, with the secret sauce here, skipping half the track and missing all of that bottom section out. Gone from right at the very back of the track to right at the very front. Long still way to go, but no one else is catching up. It might be that Nebby has somehow managed to thwart the entirety of the middle section of the track and is now on the route to being a winner. Are they going to be the first winner? I can't see anyone else getting close. There am I. I'm not dead. I'm just in the middle of the track. Dr. Ventura looks like they're in second place here. Yeah, Dr. Ventura is in second place. But Nebby is well on the way to becoming the winner here. They've got a long way still to go and a few obstacles left to get through still. But they could be the winner. They could be. They could be. Who knows? Who knows? Looks like there's still a long way to go though. A long way to go. We'll see how this pans out. Dr. Ventura is coming through now. Who else is in here? Stinky Men. Nebby's not made it down to the bottom of the hole yet, so anyone could still do this. Ballboy's there as well. Perlin's up as well. Diabolical Cam is here too. Saberclass as well. So is Ojam and Keep Science. No one's made it through. Ballboy makes it through. Ballboy is the first through. No, second through. Nebby's already there. Nebby had already made the run. I missed that. Ballboy is there second though, just behind them. Still a little bit of a way to go. Still lots of obstacles to fall through here, but you could make it to the end quite quickly if you hit one of these little holes quite early. Nitram is off the track. I thought they'd won then. I thought they'd won. I'm dead as well. I am dead. Nebby is our winner. Nebby does win. They fell through one of the little gaps and made it into there at the end. So Nebby, Ojam came second. That man Gus came third. Perlin made fourth. Dynamics made fifth.
Incredible.
Stinky Men made sixth. Oxy made seventh. Matt Black made eighth. Hang and Lazy Keiko round out our top 10. And everyone else is still there. Bob Tosses, Rosses, and Cargery. Cargery all the way... No, Bob Tosses, Rosses is all the way at the back here. He's got stuck by the looks of things. This looks like a stuck ball. Oh no, he's not stuck. He's not stuck. He's just really slow. Toasty Baps is about to get onto the flames. Netsy's going to be the next one, I think, with Anonymous Biker and Cake and Jamarone as well. Lots of people now making it to the end. Well done, guys. Well done. Well done. Okay, so Nebby, please reach out to Jellymaster or one of the other mods and let them know your details. We'll need your name, address, shipping details, all that kind of stuff, and we'll get that prize of EPBT ping shipped out to you very, very, very soon. What did I miss? I literally left for 5 minutes. Now we're doing marbles. We hit the sub skull, which you can see below. So we'll play marbles for a key set. What is this map? I don't know what it was called. Doors Maniacs Reverse of the Marbles. That was the name of the track. So Nebby did come in first, 2 seconds ahead of Ojam 2. We only had 22 finishers. Blackbrook was the last finisher, and everyone else failed. Everyone else failed. I'm way down the pack. Look here. Rue came in last. I'm really sorry, Rue. I'm really sorry. But there we go. That is the race over. Time to go back to the normal stream. Thank you so much to Jelly. We might play some more marbles later on if we get some more subs. We'll see. We'll see. Jay's commentary nails it. I would watch this for fun, dude. I love doing the commentary. I really do. Second from nowhere, absolutely. DNF, that's fine, man. That's fine. Nothing for second, I'm afraid. No. Old man always told me you can't be anything else. You can always be a failure. Blackbrook deserves a prize for finishing last. I suspect that was actually Will who was playing, not Blackbrook. So it would have been a prize for Will if he'd have won, but he didn't win. I'm really sorry. Brundle and Crofty level commentary. Oh man, thank you. I appreciate that. MK UK Marbles IRL. Maybe. If I could set something up at the PT stand, we might play marbles or something. Yeah. Will was driving? Cool. Yeah, I thought it might be. Frontrunner, thank you so much for the subscription, man. I thoroughly appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much. Solid, if unspectacular. Lights out and away we roll. Absolutely. Cool. Right, okay. So that is EPBT ping given away to Nebby. I'm going to take that to one side so I don't lose it and use it for something else. Play Pogs. We'll be opening some more Pogs towards the end of the stream, actually. I need to laser cut the frame that we designed a couple of weeks ago, so we'll get that done soon. But we will be opening some Pogs at the end of the stream. Right, now it's time, an hour and 20 minutes into the stream or whatever it is, to actually show you the keyboard we're going to build today. I don't know how it always gets away from me time, but it always does. Where have I got windows opening left, right, and center? Okay, looks like there's only 2 of the Streaming 1 codes left. If you do want to pick up a discount, you can get £10 off using the code I've just posted into chat. Only works on in-stock items, and there's only 2 left, so if you're interested in picking one of those up, use those now. As it says there, I'm dropping some codes in chat today. So that's your discount for today. Let's take a look at what we're building today. Finally. Just create some space. Okay, so first of all, we are using Gateron ink switches. Gotta love some Gateron inks. Is today the day when you use your vintage West German MX Blues? No, but I do have some vintage dark stem MX Blues to use at some point. Seems not we're using these today. And here is the Mr. Suit board itself. Comes in this rather fetching magnetized case. Oh, what am I doing? That's it. What am I doing? Okay, so we are going to build this ISO today because we do have an ISO plate and PCB. So this is the ISO, you can see the vertical ends just here. This is polycarbonate plate, that's what we're going to build with today. And we do have the relevant solder PCB for UK ISO. You can see it's got the vertical stabilizers here. So this is what we're going to be building the board with today. There are some additional spare items, but we don't need to do that today. That's not what we're touching. Are we going to use the foam? I feel like with the Mr. Suit we have to use the foam because the Mr. Suit has that signature sound profile that comes with the foams. So yeah, I feel like we have to use the foams. It comes with stabilizers, so we're going to use these today. We also have a packet of goodies, standoffs and the like, for the gaskets and everything else. So there we go. And then here we have the board itself. Still got the protective film on there. It was open, but it's not new. Sorry, it's new, but it was already open. Like, it wasn't a sealed box, for example. It's been lying around for a little while. So pretty. Yeah, like winkeyless F13. What's not to love? It is really nice. So this is gold. If you can't, it's really hard to show you because it's like so reflective, but it is gold reflective, not silver. Like how can I show you that? It's really difficult to get it to show the gold color, but I promise you it is gold. So yeah, it does a lot better without foam. I feel like it's the sound profile of the board though, and like so many people just love that Mr. Suit sound. So yeah, 24 karat gold. It's not real gold, no. Okay, let's take the screws out of this. There are a couple of screws missing. I'm hoping they're in a pack somewhere. I think we've probably taken this apart at some point. Imagine buying winkeyless Mr. Suit and being sent a Winky. Couldn't be me. Oof. Is that what happened? Rob Sherd, hey man, good to see you. Been a long time since you caught a J stream. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks so much for being here, dude. I really appreciate it. Oh, one all got mixed up. Do you know what? I actually think I remember that now you've said that. Okay, just the top and the mid piece off. You can see here that this is the brass, sorry, the kind of like the gold effect version. It's pretty cool, pretty slick. We will need to take this mid section out in a little bit, but we're going to put that to one side for now. Here's the internal weights. They've all still got the protective film on them. We might take that off later on. There's full protective film all across the inside. We'll see how we're feeling. The Dodds board is pre-installed. We just need to keep it in that little channel and keep the at the end there. Let's install the feet first of all. Let's flip this over and install the feet. Selling my Wingkeeler Silver R1 for £4,000. Very much cheap value, dude. That's insane money. I don't care how much you like something, it's never worth that. There are the screws that I must have taken out before. Let's put these to one side. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to install the feet. Got $50 back there. Nice. Nice. I think we'll probably give this away. I think once this board's built, we'll probably give it away. Maybe at the UK meetup. I haven't decided how we're going to give it away yet, but we'll probably give it away. Two, 3, 4. We don't need that. I can't remember how many gaskets we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 gaskets. Let's put these to one side as well. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Cool, let's put the spares back in the thing. £4,000 Lebanese pounds is a great price indeed. Do they use pounds in Lebanon? That's not right, is it? That's not right. Mr. Suit is definitely on my need to get TKL list. Such a nice board. Although I've been trying to get my TKL game up without breaking the banks, I've been jumping on group buys and used boards. Prices extra good. Yeah. If you're on the aftermarket right now, it is definitely a buyer's market. That's a good thing. Yeah. Or just come to the UK meetup because we'll probably give this away. At the UK meetup, we might do like a little raffle for it for charity or something, but we'll give it away. Is that a Tiffany board? No, this is a TGR Koala custom keyboard that was made for me specially by TGR with their prototypist logo embossed into it, debossed into it technically. Okay, that's the feet all installed nice and neatly. You can see there that they are all looking pretty snug and good. So we can now pop the base to one side. Okay, we will need to take this middle section off later on, so we can mount the plate and the PCB together in there correctly. But we'll do that towards the end of the stream after we've built the plate and PCB assembly. I'm just going to pop this to one side. It's a very, very cleverly designed board, really, really simply designed. Big fan of that. Big fan. And don't get me wrong, you guys can then have to choose a key set for this later on, so you best be on your best behaviour and making the right decisions. Just bear that in mind. Like, I have expectations that you guys have to meet when you guys get to pick the key set to put on it. 4,000 Egyptian pounds is harder to sell though. Yeah, I knew Egypt uses pounds. I didn't realise that Lebanon used pounds. I wasn't aware of that. But every day's a school day, and it's always good to learn something. Okay, so we're going to use the stabilizers that came with this, and we're going to build it UK ISO layout. I don't know if Voidman's watching, but he usually likes un-ANSI builds. PVD, micro scratches nightmare. Yeah, PVD can be bad for that, but you know, look after things and they'll be fine. We're probably not going to take PVD off because we're giving this board away, so we're probably going to leave the PVD protectors on just to make sure we're safe with it. Okay. So we have the plate here. This is the polycarbonate plate. Don't forget, guys, as well, we might do like a little free desk mat for whoever asks the best question as well today. So if you've got a question you'd like to ask me, all you need to do is tag me with @jprototypist, ask your question, and whoever asks the best question gets a free prize. This is the plate. Today we're going to build it with split left shift. I think this only supports 7 U spacebar. We'll check that in a second. We've got to use full right shift and inner sight enter, and we'll put full backspace on it as well. So we're going to use 3 2U stabilizers and 1 7U, I think. Let's just double check that is a 7U. I'm pretty sure it is. And it is a 7U. So we need a 7U spacebar. We need 1 2U for backspace, 1 2U for the ISO enter, and 1 2U for the right shift. We need 2 inserts for each one. That's that, and then we need 2 housings for each one as well. Come on out. Put the rest of those to one side because we don't need them. Mine got so bad after years and I had to recoat to Tiffany. That's fine. Yeah, it happens. But nothing wrong with doing it. Is that Pluto on the wrist today? It is, yeah, this is the Pluto one. I tend to wear the Pluto one because it just goes with everything. So, yeah. It's kind of my favourite. Mr. Adam, good evening, good sir. Thank you for being here. Jay Mickey says, just want to say I've been really enjoying the coffee, Science Blend especially. Thank you so much, man. I'm glad you're really enjoying the coffee. I'm super proud of how the coffees came out, and I'm so glad that I can share them with you guys. Yeah, it's amazing to have that out there as a product now. If you guys are interested, you can go to jaysroaststory.co.uk and you can pick up some of our coffee. It's in stock and available right now. We've got 3 different blends. Currently only shipping to the UK, but it's pretty cool. And again, don't forget, guys, if you just tag me with @jprototypist, that's a question. If your question wins question of the day, you will get a prize, probably a desk mat or something like that, but we'll send you something out in the post. Oops. Let's get these stabilizers lubed up. So what we're going to do here is we're going to lubricate the wires, and then we're going to insert them into the housings. Bob Ross Tossis says, Jay, if you could choose to lose every keyboard you ever have now and gain every keyboard that you would naturally gain in the future, or choose to keep every keyboard you have now but lose the opportunity to build every keyboard that would be released in the future, what would you pick? I mean, that is pretty much a no-brainer. Like, as much as I love a lot of the keyboards I have now, I'm always excited to see the new stuff that's coming. So I would have to pick that just by default. I wouldn't be particularly happy about it. Yeah, it's a new capture card, and for certain colors, in certain lights, it doesn't, like, I need to play with the settings. Like, it's interesting. But it's part of the new capture cards. Stuff that it does, like I haven't figured out why it does it, but it's a major capture card, so it should be really good, and it's going in a new PC anyway, so there's no point in fixing it now for having a new PC coming. Yeah, so Bob Ross tosses. I would know instantly which of my decision it would be. I would choose to have all the future keyboards because I'm always excited to see what's coming next. But I'd be very, very disappointed to have to make that decision. Like, that would be it's not that it'd be a tough decision to make, but it'd be a very disappointing decision to make. that's like just one of those decisions that you know you have to make, but you don't really want to do it. You know, it's just one of those awful kind of positions that you find yourself in sometimes in life. It's a little bit like, I don't know. It's a little bit. It's almost like asking you, would you put your dog down if it was in pain? And of course you would, but you don't want to do it. You know, it's that kind of decision. That's a really extreme example, but it's that kind of decision. Kind of is a loaded question. Yeah. I agree, Rob. It's definitely a loaded question. So just painting the lube on gently here. Don't forget, guys, you can always add more lube later on, but you can't remove it very easily. So just go gentle with any lubrication application. Better to take it slow and steady. Whole stream is AI generated, yeah. What's a board you show a newbie to get them interested in the hobby? Whatever's cheap. Neo products usually. The Neo Ergo is going to be the next big drive to get people into the hobby, I think. Yeah, I think like people used to be scared of the hobby because of the costs involved, and I think the more we've managed to combat that with the lower priced products, the better we'll see of it. Keyboards future past, yeah, absolutely. So the lube here that we're using, the lubricant here, is 205 grade 2, which is nice and thick, and I find it pretty good for stabilizers. Nufi says, if you could be in any band, either past or present, which one would you be in? I don't have the musical talent to be in any band as like a performance artist. Like I just don't. So I don't think I'd want to be in any band, but there are bands that I would love to spend time with and follow. Unless you're saying that I magically have amazing skills in whatever instrument I want. But the issue with this question is, even if I have, say, amazing skills in whatever instrument I want, like my favorite bands because I like the bands. If I was suddenly to replace one of their members, because I had the skills to replace them, they wouldn't be my favorite band anymore, because they'd be different. They'd have me in there instead, and I might make different decisions to what the actual original band member would have made, or have different influences or different tastes or different preferences. So I would choose to abstain from that decision. Like I just choose to abstain from it. Like I don't think that there could be any good coming into me going into a band that I love and cherish, because I would ultimately end up either disliking them or ruining their discography, and I think that would be a bad decision on my behalf either way. So yeah, I would decline that option. Jay, what would your ultimate sleeper car be, and what engine would you shoehorn in, like that Jag V8 powered Transit Mark IV from Top Gear? I would pick some old classic Datsun type thing, because I love Datsuns. Something like a 100A, and I'd shove like an LS6 in there, because that would kind of be like a killer combo. Like I don't think you'd have to do some serious modifications to get an LS6 to fit, but like a Datsun 100A, which is like a very small car, but with something like an LS6 in it, that'd be cool. Jay, if you could run a business with any fictional character as your partner, who would it be, and what kind of business would you start? With any fictional character. Any fictional character. There are a lot of characters that have meant a lot to me over the years. That's an interesting one. I'm going to say I'd set up a business with Ford Prefect selling towels. That's what I'd do. Ford Prefect selling towels in some faraway land, on some faraway planet. That's what I'd do. Hmm. 100% lube is much easier to remove. It is, yeah. So yeah, I think that's the answer I'd go with. Jay Mickey says, Jay, if a tomato is a fruit, then is ketchup a smoothie? So no, ketchup is still a condiment. The reason for that is you wouldn't drink ketchup. Well, I wouldn't drink ketchup like a smoothie. Like a smoothie is designed to be drunk, not to be, not as a dip or as in like a something to spread on your sandwich or whatever you're doing with it. So I'm gonna say no, it doesn't make it a smoothie because smoothie, the purpose of a smoothie is different. I do think it makes an interesting point though, because the interesting side of that is there's technically no such thing as a vegetable. Think about that. There is technically no such thing as a vegetable. What happened? The goal is achieved? Yeah, we achieved the subs goal and we played marbles, and Nebby won EPBT ping key set, which I had to hand. We'll be shipping that out to them tomorrow. Well, it might be Tuesday actually when it goes out, but we'll be shipping that out to them this week because we hit the subs goal. Thank you very much to Jelly Master for donating the subs. Thoroughly love you, Jelly. You could play via key tester in my band. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. What instrument do you want to be magically become super proficient at? I would love to be able to play piano. I would absolutely love to play piano. I can play the odd little bit, but I'd love to be able to play the piano properly. To like, not necessarily concert level, but to be like, you know, house pianist level. That's the kind of thing that I would aspire to be. I just do not have the time to dedicate to it. So yeah. Could make it mid-engine like the Clio V6. That'd be cool. Yeah, mid-engined LS6 powered Datsun 100A. Yes. That is, if I win the lottery, that's the dream now. That is the new dream. It's not a Kenmiri Skyline. It is a Datsun 100 with 100A with an LS6 mid-engined car. That's the dream now. I'm not sure if I'm happy about that dream or not, but that is the new dream. Question, with the upcoming UK meetup not far away now, how do you prepare for this? And bonus question, many exhibitors will look at this as a necessary marketing opportunity, but you're the biggest UK vendor and surely everyone knows of you already. How does this affect your presence? So how do we prepare? Quite simple, really. We figure out what products we're going to take and show. We figure out how that's going to look on the day, and then we figure out who wants to work it. Mel absolutely does not want to work the meetup. She's made that quite clear. I don't either. So I think Sharon is going to be on our stall this year. We were looking at hiring some staff temporarily for it, but that's been poo-pooed by some of the other organizers, so that won't be happening. So yeah, so the current plan is to basically not work it for myself. Like I'll be there on the day, but I'm gonna go help set up the whole event, and then I'll set up the PT stall with my vision of it. But effectively, we just come up with an idea. We have it's like a little bit of a mood board that I'll share with the team based on what I want and how I want it to look. We're going to have a few prototypes there, but realistically, we're not taking a load of products. We're just going to literally have 3 keyboards, maybe 4 keyboards on the desk, and we're just going to be showing what's coming from a prototyping perspective from our own keyboards. We're not going to be taking stuff to market or stuff to sell on the day. We'll have some discount codes on the day, and we're going to have like a lucky dip bag where people can get some free GMK keycaps by dipping into a bag and seeing what they get, like just from odds and ends that we've got from over the years, like fix kits and all sorts of stuff that we've just got lying around and stuff like that. And we'll probably have some coffee there because of Jay's Roastery, the secondary company I have. But yeah, the plan is to be very light touch, to just have something to be people to be aware of our presence. Of course, we'll donate a lot of stuff to the giveaways and stuff like that, and we might have to buy some like tablecloths and stuff and banners and things, but we already have a lot of that stuff anyway. So in terms of like the actual planning for it, I've spent significantly more time helping to plan the meetup itself rather than what PT I'll be doing there. I'll be there and I'll be helping out on the day, but my plan is to try and sit by the bar as much as possible and just speak and see the people that I want to see. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be caught up in just being a salesperson for the day. That is really, really not the point of the meetups for me. We can advertise in other ways. We don't have to advertise at the meetup, is my view. So that's the kind of plan for us, and that's how we prep for it. It's quite light touch, Okay. Gouty says, if PT had to have a mascot and it had to be a hybrid mix of two animals, what would you choose and why? Also, what would you call it? So technically, PT does already have a mascot. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. We have Ozzy the Octopus, which is our current mascot. I'm not sure if I have the files on this PC, actually. I might not do. But we do have... Ozzy the Octopus. I actually have it on a couple of t-shirts. In fact, I can show you. I do have it. I have it on something I can show you. I have the sticker just here. Look, this is Ozzy the Octopus. He's not a chimera. He's not made of two animals, but we do already have Ozzy. So I don't think we'd do another one. If we had to mix two animals, I'd probably mix an octopus and an owl because I love owls. I can't really show you, but on the back of my leg I do have like a full tattoo of an owl. It's impossible to show on stream, but like I have like a 30 centimeter high tattoo of an owl on the back of my leg. So yeah, I'd probably pick that. So yeah. Ford Prefect is a hoopy fruit. He is a very hoopy fruit who really knows where his towel is. He does know where his towel is. Yeah. Have you managed to get your wife into keyboards, or is she sick of the sight of them? She very rarely comes to the workshop, and I only have like 2 at home, so yeah, she's not into them at all. What's my go-to lazy meal? Pot noodle. It's terrible, but pot noodle. What is lettuce if not veggie or celery? So a lettuce is technically a flower and some leaves. So yeah, celery is a stalk. It's not a vegetable; it's a stalk. So yeah, there is no such thing taxonomically as a vegetable. A vegetable is a culinary term only. Yeah, like what we call vegetables is just a culinary term, and pretty much like no matter what you think of like that we call a vegetable, like a potato is a tuber. Really, it's not an actual vegetable. Vegetable is kind of like this catch-all term we use for stuff that we cook savory foods with. So yeah, but taxonomically, celery is a stalk. So is rhubarb, you know. Yeah, I miss micro noodles. Yeah. Wish I could be at the bar with you. I will have a drink for you, Adam. I promise. I will have a drink for you. Vegetables are a social construct. Vegetables are 100% a social construct. Yeah, my wife. I had this epiphany quite a while back, and I raised it with my wife, and I was like, "Look, vegetables aren't real." And she's like, "No. What do you want about vegetables are real? We're eating vegetables right now because we're eating down." Like, nope, vegetables are not real, and I stand by it to this day. Right. Okay. Let's go back to the other camera. All right, let's figure out what we're going to do with foams. So that's the underneath foam for the hot swap version of the board. This is the in-switch PCB and plate foam. And then we have this foam as well. Then we have the PCB. Okay, cool. Right, so first layer of foam down. And then we need our... Oh, we're going to need stabilizer. I hate stabilizer shims. I absolutely detest stabilizer shims. Absolutely detest them. Oh, we've broken that one. We've already broken one. I so detest them. Let me flush these out. What's the best way to do this? Probably this way. Oh man, I don't like this already. Do you know what? I'm just not going to use the shims. If I have to put them in later, I'll put them in. I hate shims so much. I hate them with a passion, a fiery passion. I hate them as much as people hate me when I tell them vegetables not real. Right, we'll do the shims later. A commercial decision made. Let's just pop there. Stabilizers in here. So we're going to go starting off with the 7U spacebar. I have now got lube on my fingers, so I'm just going to try and avoid that. Grab a screwdriver. Oh wait, why is that not? That's it. Come on, Jay, what are you playing at today?
Tasty, tasty.
Chris Bezic, thank you so much, dude. Thank you for the pennies. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a good holiday. Chris is a good friend of mine who's on holiday at the minute. I'm very jealous. Just joined the stream, evening all. I've joined a very interesting moment. Vegetables aren't real. No, vegetables are not real. Vegetables are not real. No one will convince me that vegetables are real. Vegetables are a culinary term and not a taxonomical concern. What we call vegetables are really just other things that we've renamed as vegetables just to fit a social construct. So yeah, rhubarb comes in a crumble. It's a fruit. I mean, it's not a fruit. Like, we eat the stalk. It's a stem. It's the, the shaft of the plant, right? Is ketchup cake a savoury or sweet dish? Depends on how you make it. It's a jam. Maybe. Do you balance your stab wires, or do you typically install them first and see what's up? I usually just do the build, and then if they need changing, I'll fix them later on. So yeah, like I think a lot of people who say, oh, they have to be perfect, the stabs are designed with a little bit of tolerance in mind. So the vast majority of the time, they're going to be okay. They're going to be okay. Now, I may have to go back and install the shims because I'm being facetious and don't want to do them on stream, but that is how it is. Poship, thank you so much for the 4 months of subs. I thoroughly appreciate those, man. Thank you again. I'm just installing the stabilizers here, so I'm just popping them in board, screwing them in from underneath, just gently. And when you're tightening up these screws, you don't want to be going overly tight. You're just trying to hold the stabilizer in place. You're not trying to crush the PCB. Me and my wife are now going through different vegetables and discussing what they actually are. Yeah, if you find something that you think is a vegetable, I will prove you wrong. It'll be something like a bean, and I'll say nope, it's a legume, or it'll be a carrot, and I'll say nope, it's a tuber. It's a fun argument to have. It's a fun argument to have. Kajahata, thank you so much for the affiliate anniversary. Thank you very much. Cheese is cake. Cheesecake is cake. Wish I could have used that to not eat them. So I'm saying you should eat them, right? You should. What we call vegetables, like from a culinary perspective, 100% you should eat them. 100%. They're great. They're good for you. They're tasty. But from a scientific standpoint, they're not technically vegetables. It's just me being a douche, but that's what it is. The shaft of the plant. Yeah, 100%. Eat that tasty shaft. I can't believe I just said that on stream. It's nice and fruity, I promise. Yeah. Cheesecake is a flan, not a cake. Oh, no, that's an interesting take. That is an interesting take. Cheesecake is a flan. Interesting. Can Adam, I need a definition of flan now. What's the one letter you remove from the alphabet? J. Which ironically is the first letter of my name, the phonetic way everyone names me, but I don't think there is a viable use for the letter J, realistically. So yeah, that's the letter I'd get rid of. Okay, almost there now with these stabilizers, just putting in the backspace one now. thought carrot's more of a taproot than a tuber. Perhaps, they may be a root, but perhaps I'm wrong on calling them a tuber. But like a potato is, and perhaps carrots are a root. There are lots of roots that we eat. Licorice, for example, is a root. So yeah, perhaps you are right on that one, Adam. But it's still not a vegetable. It's still not a vegetable. So yeah, truck is vegetable. It would have been kind of funny if I was 8 and said that to my mom. Do it. Do it. Someone tell the kids to go and say this to them. The case at work is currently whether gravy is a sauce. It's devolved massively. Is gravy a sauce? Is gravy a sauce? Do you know what? I think it is. I think it is. I think I could go with gravy being a sauce, and I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with that. It's basically a meat juice sauce, right? So, yeah, I think I'm comfortable with that. Flan is an omelette? No. Interesting. As a fellow J, I agree. Does that make cheesecake a tart? No. Flan is a pastry base with a mostly solid topping or filling. A pastry base? Well, cheesecake isn't pastry at the bottom. So, kind of doesn't fit that. Just to add some spice, is vegetable not just a term for things which are able to vegetate or the result of vegetation, and thus all fruits are also vegetables? Playing devil's advocate. So vegetation is a way something, or to vegetate is how something spreads and grows, right? Okay, but it doesn't make that thing, it doesn't make that thing a vegetable. That's like saying that petrol drives cars, therefore all cars are petroleum. No, it's just their method of moving it. Gravy is a sauce, not a condiment. Yeah, I agree. Gravy is a sauce. Yeah. I keep thinking he's talking to me, even though I haven't said anything in chat. Too many Adams these days. Yeah, I'd say you were ADM. I'm ADM. That's how I'd call you. So yeah. Anyone cultured knows gravy is a soup and is yum. But isn't a soup just a sauce? A sauce with chunks in. Interesting. A savoury sauce with chunks in. By that logic, a pie is a flan. No, because a pie's got a lid. A pie's fully enclosed. Yeah. Is cheesecake a biscuit? The base is biscuit. Yeah, so it's not. It's not a pastry base. So I'm kind of debating on the flan issue. Flan can also have a sponge base, but it's still not biscuit though, is it, Brizzles? So all things are soup, just in different states. A soup is a vegetable smoothie, but barium, vegetables don't exist, so it can't be a vegetable smoothie. And you might put meat in a soup, but vegetables don't exist, so it can't be a vegetable smoothie. Not all pies have lids. Ooh. Meme God 21. Give me an example of a pie that does not have a lid, because I'm not sure I agree on that. I think a pie has to have a lid. And if it's just a lid, it's not a pie, it's a hot pot with a lid. Jaffa cakes. Yeah, Jaffa cakes are either a biscuit or a cake, depending on the taxonomical definition. Is ice cream just frozen sweet soup? Yeah, pretty much. I'd go with that. I think that's fine. What about a lemon meringue pie? It's got a topping on it. It's got the meringue on top. It's enclosed. The filling is enclosed by like a hard surface. The meringue's flamed on the top, so it's top. Vegetable is just a culinary term, right? It can be just a root, tuber leaf, or also a vegetable, just semantics. Yeah, so what I'm saying, Gouty, is taxonomically, vegetables don't exist. Vegetable is just a culinary term. So you can't say that taxonomically something exists. That's all I'm saying. I just like to be obtuse. So yeah. Right, okay, stabilizers are installed. All looking nice and neat and even. We're going to pop the foam on top, because we are going to go foam deep today. Oh no, so this is a piece that we have to cut here, so the camera's going to be a bit too dark to show you, but we have to cut here and here to go around the spacebar, because it's all attached. I'm just going to snip that just like so, and then I'm going to snip it there just like so as well, just like that, and then we're going to trim the edges off here. And then we can put this piece in after we've built the wood. We can kind of push this in place. Maybe we can get it to stay now, actually. Maybe we can get it to stay. We'll try. We'll try. Okay, next job is to pop the plate on, and then what we're going to do is we're going to attach the plate and PCB together using the switches. In fact, we should use the standoffs actually. Let's use the standoffs. Why not? Custard pie, banana cream pie. Now, a pie's got to have a lid. Stop trying to categorize things and just put the taste of things in your mouth. Plant shaft, taproot, soup variant, whatever. Yeah, okay. I kind of agree with that. That's fair. Jaffa cakes are cakes for tax reasons. It's all the clues also in the name. I didn't get to try fruit soup in Budapest. It looks like a bougie smoothie in a bowl, but I was intrigued. Yeah, so I've had that. It's fine. Hot takes by Jay. Hot takes by Jay. I don't think anyone would actually want that stream. Okay, so we're going to take the reformer for a second. And what we're going to do is we're going to install the standoffs that allow us to attach the plate and PCB together by pushing them through. I need a smaller screwdriver than that. Wow. This one must be the right one. Okay, by pushing them through, we're going to put the screw through, and then I'm going to put the standoff up against it, and we're going to screw that together. Right, I've used the wrong screw. Well done, Jay. Well done. I used the flat countersunk screw, and I shouldn't have done. There we go. That's one in. And there's 1, 2, 3, just 3 of these to do, so it's not too many. I think there's just 3. That's what I can see here. Check in a second. Come on, Jay. What are you doing? Gravy is a meat custard then? Wait, well, how did we get onto custards? What? No. Custard's a sauce. Custard is a sauce. Custard's a sauce. So is a cream egg a pie? No. A cream egg's an egg. It's a sweet, it's not a savoury thing. Not that pie has to be savoury. Pie doesn't have to be savoury. I feel like we need to set up like a spreadsheet where we go through all of these things and we come up with our prototypist list of food classifications and put like some rationales in for it. Okay, I think there's just the 3. Is it just the 3? Let's have a look. Okay, standoffs in place. That's nice. Now we're going to pop the plate on top, and then we're going to screw these into place. We're going to use the countersunk screws on the top, so these are going to fit nice and neatly into the plate. There we go. If your wife was a worm, would you still love her? Yeah, of course I would. This is a silly question. Of course I'd still love my wife if she was a worm. Okay, they can go there. Right. Oh, we didn't put the wedges under the stabilizer. That's fine. That's fine. We didn't need them. Cool. Okay. So stabilizers, plate, PCB, all now attached together nice and neatly. It's time to install the switches. Let's see if we can push this piece back in, which we should be able to do. Yeah, there we go. Just feel that piece of foam. There we go. Okay, time to install switches. Yeah, I apologise. The background noise on it's the AC. I'll turn it off. I'll turn it off. I apologise, guys. There you go. I apologise about the sound. It was just really warm in here earlier on. Okay, time to install switches. So we're going to start in the centre. We're going to work our way out. I'm just going to pop this in. Just make sure everything's lined up first. Everything's looking good. I'm just going to pop this in. And remember, we have to punch through the PE foam sheet here. So we're just going to push each switch, make sure, because each switch has like its own tab here on the PCB. So we're just going to make sure that we push in correctly. And we're just going to push one in at a time and just make sure everything is nice and even and correctly installed. Yeah, I apologize about the AC unit. I've turned it off now. I turned it off. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. It was just too warm here in the office when I got here. It's shawarma sandwich. Oh, I've started something today. The list will be evidence to put us in padded cells. Absolutely. Absolutely it will. If they don't get us for the keyboards, they'll get us for the taxonomy of foods. Scuba noises on the backing track? I don't think so, no. I think it was the AC in the background. It should be much better now. It's so bouncy. Yeah, like trying to push switches in is really difficult, which is why I'm doing one at a time. So what I'm doing is I'm lining up the switch with the hole, and then I'm flipping over and I'm supporting the individual part where the switch goes as I push it in, just to make sure we don't damage the PCB. The good news about this is it also enables me to check that I'm not bending any pins during the installation, which is a common occurrence when I'm doing it on stream. So not sure what that noise was. Yeah, there used to be a push a few years ago for bouncier and bouncier typing experiences, and I'm kind of glad that that has gone away. Bend the pin there. Just because I didn't personally like it, which isn't a great reason to not want it to happen, but I feel like everyone was just driving for these bouncy typing experiences with no real understanding of why they were chasing that. Oh, it's softer to type. Yeah, but it's also less satisfying to type on a bouncy setup, at least in my personal opinion. But I'm glad that the option still exists for people who want to be able to do that. I'm glad that people still have choices. I think the softer setup as well, I think they tend to sound not quite as clear and as nice. And there's something about a really clear sounding switch for me that I really enjoy. Have you ever built a PLX? I don't think so. I'm not sure what a PLX is. I've built a lot of keyboards, but I don't recognize the name PLX. I think the bounciest and most kind of like softest typing experience I've ever seen on a keyboard was probably the IDB60. Depending on how you built that, you could have that stupidly bouncy. There was also the Nox Re XRF as well. Not the XRF. What was the one he did with 2 O-rings? That was stupid bouncy as well. That reminded me of some of the really old bouncy OTD boards, actually. Thudicus, hey man, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I'm doing well, thank you very much. Today's our affiliate anniversary. I think it's 3 years since we made affiliate, which is pretty cool. So we're just continuing to install the switches here, taking it slow and steady. Slow and steady. Adam, are the scuba noises gone now? Now I've turned off the AC, have they gone? Because I think that's what it was. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Akko does board with actual springs. Yeah, I haven't tried that. I'm not convinced that that's the way to do it either. The we did build the Jackie keyboard, the cat board. I can't remember what it was called. That had the spring mounted plate as well, and we had the carbon fiber spring in the TPS 40 as well. So I built a few spring mounted plates. Yeah, all better now? Cool. Do you think we're going to start seeing more and more KKB versions of classic GMK sets? Maybe, maybe. The Cat 65 prototype's somewhere lying around, actually. If there was ever a group buy I expected to do well, and it didn't, it was the Cat 65. Almost everyone I knew that I spoke to was like, oh, I'll just buy it in extras, I'll just buy it in extras. I don't want to buy it in group buy. I was like, okay. And I think we ended up selling a really, really low number of units, so there isn't going to be many extras when it comes, sadly. It's just one of those things, just the way the market goes. Okay, getting there slowly but surely. We're going to go for stepped caps lock because stepped caps lock is king. Apologies for the ads, guys. If I could turn them off, I would. I've tried to turn them right down to their lowest setting. Subs shouldn't get them, but other people will get the ads. I wish we didn't have to have them. But do you fancy ISO with non-split right shift? No, I like split shift. I like split shift. I know what you meant. I knew you meant the left shift, not the right shift. Yeah. Yeah, if I could stop the ads, guys, I would. I'm really, really sorry about that. Unfortunately, I can't stop them. But the good news is I earned 14 pence off of the adverts last month. So thank you for that. Subscriber supremacy. Yeah, I mean the way to get rid of the ads is to subscribe, and I just feel bad that we have to run them. 14p when you get into like this. Yeah, I know, right? I was looking at the breakdown of what the ads give us the other day, and it's like last month it was 14 pence, and it's like great, 14 pence. Even if it was 14 pence a stream, it's like it doesn't. I'd rather just not have them. I'd rather just not have them. With that Twitch money, dude, like I posted it in chat the other day, but like last month was the best month ever on Twitch in terms of payout, and it was almost double what it normally is. Just due to me changing tiers of affiliate or something in the background. I'm not quite sure I understood it, but there was some Twitch changes anyway that made it. And as a one-off, it was ended up being like £185 for something like 40 hours worth of streaming, which is pretty poor. Pretty poor return on investment. But I don't do it for the money, I do it because I love it. I really enjoy just sharing stuff with you guys. Yeah, the streaming sadly does not pay for any of the vehicles or the cars or anything like that. Okay. I'm just still continuing to push in each of the switches one by one into the plate and PCB assembly. Just double checking that we're not getting any bent pins as we're going through. As you can see, we're getting there with the switch installation. It's taking time, but we're getting there. And then in a few minutes, we're going to solder. And once we've sold it, you guys will be able to pick the keycaps. We'll run a little poll, and you guys will be able to pick which keycaps you want to see me pop on the board once it's built. And if we get another 6 subs during the stream, we'll do another giveaway. We'll play another game of marbles and do another giveaway. Did all the discount codes run out as well? Is the discount still running, or is that being finished now? Have you used them all up? Let's have a look. Did all the discounts get used? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. All of the discounts got used. Should we do some more discounts? Should we open up another 5? Okay. There's another 5 discounts if anyone wants to use them. If you want to get £10 off any in-stock order, you can just use Streaming One as the code at checkout. Anything in stock and you'll get £10 knocked off. What's the difference between Gateron box inks and box inks and ink v2s? It's the way that the switch works. So box switches have a different makeup inside them, and for the inks particular, it's a stem that's a dust-proof stem, so it's got a little bit of a different shape on the top. Instead of it being shaped just like the cruciform on these, it kind of has like a box around it to prevent dust getting inside the switch. But it also changes the feel and sound of the keycap as well, because there's a significant piece of POM in the way. I personally don't rate the box versions of the switches, but your mileage may vary. Even £10 off something, £10. I doubt there is anything. Just wonder if it works. There's no minimum spend for it, but if someone uses it for basically get a free order, I'd be a little bit disappointed. But there's no rule against it, so if you wanted to do that, you could do. But bear in mind that I'd be disappointed in that. That's just taking advantage of my generous nature. But theoretically, you could do. Thank you for the discount. Just go to Deathmat. Nice, thanks, Perlin. Deathmat seems like the best low-cost item to buy. I mean, I'm sure you could get like some films and a brush or something like that, and basically pay nothing at all. But you know, that's just taking advantage of my generosity at that point. And I'd be a little bit disappointed if I saw orders like that. But if that's how you feel, and you feel that that is the best way to get value for your money, I'm not going to stop you. So, yeah. Do you have preferred features of clothes you look for, like fabric, design, etc.? Yeah, usually sustainability. So almost all of my clothes these days come from a company called Tentree, or companies that do something similar. This t-shirt, for example, was from them. It's made of plant fibers. It's not got like any plastics or anything else in it. It's mostly bamboo, I believe. And I tend to buy a lot of t-shirts from them and a lot of clothes in general. They also plant 10 trees for every order that you place, or for every item that you purchase. That's why they're called Tentree. So everything's carbon neutral. It's really good for the environment. Of course, the shirt itself is recyclable and all of that kind of stuff, which is great. So I tend to look for those kinds of things. For other items of clothing, such as jeans, I tend to have to buy them based on fit. Unfortunately, I am a rather odd size in jeans. I have a very short inside leg measurement, misses. So my inside leg measurement, because I'm only 5'5", so I'm quite short. My inside leg measurement is 28 inches, but I wear a 33-inch waist. So I really struggle to find jeans and things that fit. So I tend to use companies like Spoke and Mott & Bow that I can really customize the the fit of the jean, and the main reason for that is because they have to be hard wearing and last a long time. So I tend to use companies like that provide me something that fits properly, rather than me buy something that I can dispose of, you know, or damage quickly because they're the wrong size or whatever else. So yeah, but I tend to be try and be environmentally conscious when I purchase clothes. How did we bend this pen as well? Did UPS hike their prices? 14 quid shipping to Northern Ireland is rough. It used to be 26 quid, so bear in mind that shipping isn't based on the value of the item, it's based on the distance. And since Brexit, shipping to Northern Ireland has always been expensive. So, yeah. What's the discount for? Say, as I said before, it's just a discount. It's a £10 off voucher. So as long as you purchase something that's in stock, you'll get £10 off anything in stock. But the voucher, there's only 15 of them available in total, I think, or 20 of them or something like that. And they might have all been used by now. Yeah, there's none available left anymore. They've all gone. They've all gone. The Paul Hunter hoodie that you have, where did you get that? It's my father-in-law's name and I want to get him. Paul Hunter hoodie? Which hoodie is that? Paul Hunter? Is in the snooker player? I don't think I have a Paul Hunter hoodie. I don't know what you mean. I really don't know which one you mean, Matt. I'm sorry. Need to get into Japanese raw denim, J. Then you can get them hemmed to length and the construction is top notch. The only problem with raw denim is I feel like that's another hobby to get addicted to, and I don't want to do that. Plus, I prefer jeans to have a little bit of stretch to them, and raw denim tends not to have that because it's, well, it's just raw denim, right? So, yeah. It's one which says Paul Hunter on the chest. I don't have a hoodie that says Paul Hunter on the chest. I 100% don't have a hoodie that says Paul Hunter on the chest. I'm almost sure I don't. What colour is it? I don't recognise this. What colour is it? Can confirm raw denim becomes a whole other hobby. Yeah, I don't want to get into that unless I have to. It's definitely a hobby and an expensive one. Yeah, I have enough expensive hobbies. Matt, I have no idea what hoodie you're talking about here. I genuinely don't know what you're talking about. Please enlighten me. What colour is it? What colour is this hoodie? I 100% have one of them. I do have a lot of hoodies, to be fair. I have about 50 or 60, so I don't know which one you mean. Like, genuinely, I don't know. Okay. That is all of our switches now installed on the plate and PCB assembly. Next job is to do some soldering. Yeah, like the thing is, I get sent hoodies from companies all the time. So we get sent quite a lot of stuff here at PT. Like we're in such a lucky position that I do get sent stuff just randomly quite a lot of the time. It's not like stuff that I've asked for or anything else. It's just stuff that ends up arriving here for no apparent reason. So for example, we got a load of what did we get the other day? We got a load of oat milk from a company that they just saw me on Instagram and like, hey, would you like to try out oat milk out? I was like, yeah, sure. I didn't even send them our address. We just got 12 bottles of oat milk in a couple of days later, which is really nice. Tentree, who got this t-shirt from, they were kind enough to send me a couple of boxes of like just random stuff that me and my wife used about 18 months ago, 2 years ago now. They haven't sent me anything for a long time, which is really nice. No like requirement to sponsor them or anything like that. So we've been really lucky on some things like that. So yeah, hoodies I tend to get quite a lot sent, which is really, really nice and quite special sometimes. So yeah, I'm very, very blessed with that. It's really nice, but that's why we try and give away all the keyboards that I tend to build that aren't my personal ones as well, because I'm very conscious that at PT we're quite lucky and we get a lot of free stuff, so let's try and give it back and give it away. So yeah. Right, okay. I'm going to put all of the spare parts just in this bag now. And then we're going to crack on with some soldering. I'm not sure anyone's won the question of the day yet, so if you guys do have a really good question you want to ask me, please do pop it into chat. Try to find the VOD. Okay. Have you found the VOD yet, Matt? I don't own 60 items of clothing altogether. Most of them are like, I have like ones from TKC, and I think I have like a Candy Keys t-shirt and stuff, and I've had some off Novel Keys over the years. I've got a couple of Salvan hoodies here at the workshop. I got a load from Ten Tree when they sent me stuff. I've been very, very lucky in life to have what I have. I'm very, very conscious of that, and I'm very thankful for it. But yeah, like, I mean, I don't wear all of the hoodies. I just couldn't. Yeah, there's a company called, I think they've gone out of business now, but they were called Stitch Fix, I think, and they used to send me stuff all the time as well. Quite often it's just companies who follow me on Instagram and see what I do, and they like what I do, and they send me stuff. There's a great guy who watches the streams sometimes, and he sent me a load of painting supplies and decorating supplies once, which is great, fantastic. I love him for it. You know, it's really nice. We've had all sorts of things like food as well. People send donuts to the workshop quite a lot, and Twix bars. There's like a big thing about Twixes recently, oat bars and stuff like that as well, like granary bars and stuff, granola bars and stuff. We get that quite a lot as well. It's just really nice. It's really nice. Hi Jay, how are you? In case you go on vacation and you need something, is it reasonable to ask the vendor to ship the package once you're back? Yeah, we do holiday holds. If you bought something from us, you can just email us and tell us you're going away, and we'll stop all of your orders, and then you need to tell us when you're back in case your vacation extends or anything like that. So yeah, we can do that. I will send you my 90s pogs if I ever find them. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. We've got a load of pogs. Yeah, I've got all of the original 1994 Series 1 and Series 2 as well, which I'll show on stream at some point. $60% hoodie. I like a PT. It's like it's with midriff showing. No one wants me to wear one of those. Like 100%. No one wants to see that. Okay. Right, time to do some soldering. Only keyboard merch t-shirt I got was a Torden one from Pexon. I love it. Do you know, I think I have one of those from Pexon. I've also got loads from Artisan Makers as well over the years. We used to get loads on Top Clack as well. Like, people would just send us like t-shirts to wear while we were streaming and things, which is really nice of them. We've given away a load of t-shirts for PC as well over the years. I think it's longer than 2 weeks ago. I feel like I'm going mad, but I did point it out to my wife. I genuinely don't know which hoodie you're talking about. If you find the VOD, let me know, and I'll figure out where I got it from. So yeah, right, okay. I'm just going to solder a couple of switches near the center, and then I'll try and catch up with chat again. And we're going to work our way out slowly. Okay, then I'm going to do ones in the corner. These are going to need a little bit of pressure to hold them in place. So what we're going to do is we're going to solder the pad first, and then we're going to hold down the switch where we reflow the solder, and then we're going to hold it for a second just to let it set, and then that's going to hold that in place. We're going to do the same on the second one as well. I'm just going to do each corner, and then we'll start to work our way through the board. Stranger Man says, Jay, if you had a time machine, would you go back in time or into the future, and why? I'd go to the future, man. I don't want to... I feel like I'd struggle to live in the past without all modern luxuries. I'm very, 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 very fond of things like AC and running water, and electricity and an internet connection and all of those kind of things. So I think going into the future would be more my bag. I think I've answered this question before actually. So yes, I think going into the future would be more my bag. Okay, we're gonna have to go really slow with these switches because the flexible nature of the PCB means some of them have been pushed out. Yeah, definitely going into the future. I'd be more interested to see what's going to happen going forwards than what has happened already, if that makes sense. Plus, I'd probably take back a disease and like that we are currently, you know, able to handle, and probably destroy everyone, which wouldn't be good. So yeah, I think the future would absolutely be the right option. Am I a sparkling water guy? I like sparkling or still. I don't really mind. Like, yeah, I'll have either or. I'm not particularly fussy. I don't mind. I do tend to drink a lot of water at home. I tend not to drink water at the workshop actually. The water we have here, the water supply to the workshop is not the best. So although we filter the water that before it goes into like the fridge or whatever, it's not the greatest before we drink it. So we had to put such a decent industrial filter in for the coffee machine. So yeah. So I'm just soldering one pin, pushing the plate and PCB together to hold the switch fully in place, and then I'll solder the second pin in. This is just to make sure that everything's nipped together correctly and that the tolerance is right between the PCB and the plate, and that the switches are fully flush into the PCB. Because if we don't do this, they're kind of going to separate a little bit and then they won't fit in the case correctly. The tolerances will be a little bit messed up for the case. So just making sure we take it steady and slow here. Once we've gone all around the outside, we should be able to then start from the center of the board and kind of spiral out, and we should be okay then. These ones all seem okay. That one maybe not so much. There we go. Based on a previous discussion we had ages ago on Mersenne primes. Oh yes, Mersenne primes. Which mathematical notion excites you the most and why? I remember discussing Fermat's last theorem and Euler's identity with you. Yeah, so I love active math. I think the biggest thing that I would love to see a true solution for, like end-to-end solution for and a proof for, is P versus NP. That's what I would like to see. Yeah, like I could probably talk about that for a whole stream. But yeah, I have. This is really nerdy and geeky, but I have the book with which has the last Mersenne prime printed out. In fact, I have two. The largest Mersenne prime that was found in 2017 and 2018, printed in book form. I can never do anything with it, and it's totally impractical to use for any possible reason I can even think of. But it's they're very nice things to have. Yeah, I do love interesting math problems. Yeah, P versus NP is one that I'd love to see a full solution for. So yeah. Oh, Matt's found the hoodie. Let's see if I can find it. You are whatever. Oh, that. So that hoodie was one of the free things that we got sent a little while back, Matt. If you would like that particular hoodie, I've only ever worn it that one day. I've never worn it since, and I never wore it before. If you would like it, you are welcome to have it, Mr. Pokemon Kid. Yeah, just let me know. I can send that out to you. It's only ever been worn once, and it's been washed since. But other than that, it's brand new. So if it would be of use to you, I'm more than happy to give it to you. I had to do this every switch on my full foamed suit build. Yeah, it's fine. This is a skill I need to learn. Never tried before. Soldering's fine. I'm taking my time here because I'm trying to talk as well. But all I'm doing is normally you don't have to do this. What I'm doing is I'm soldering one pin. There's like 2 pins. I'm soldering one. You can see this one here that I've just soldered just there with the tip of the soldering iron. And then what I'm doing is I'm squeezing the plate and the PCB by pushing down on the switch to make sure it's fully seated as I then reheat the pin up. And that just means that they're fully pinched together correctly. And then I let go of the solder once it's reflowed, and then it will solidify. And then once it's solidified, I can let go of it fully. And we know then that the solder will become a mechanical connection to hold it in place as well. A lot of these ones in this area particularly are okay, but around the edges, it's a little bit different. So yeah. Gouty says, so you are forming an ice hockey team, 6 people, with anyone you can think of, living or dead. The only stipulation is that it cannot be athletes. Who would you pick, bearing in mind it would include all the travelling, social events, training, camaraderie, etc.? An ice hockey team of 6 people that can't be athletes. Was the stipulation that had to be famous? Anyone you can think of, living or dead. The only stipulation is they cannot be athletes. So the first thing in my mind is that I would do it that we wouldn't be planning to win, and I would just pick 6 of my best mates, like anyone who'd be interested in doing it. I'd just go out to everyone who I thought would be interested in it. I'd say, would you be interested in this? Now, if I had to choose like famous people, I don't know, I'd probably get a little bit weird. I'd probably pick people that you wouldn't really think of. I'd probably pick Winston Churchill. Not for his athletic prowess, but just for his command and presence, and the fact that you wouldn't want to disappoint him. I'd probably pick David Attenborough, because he would be excellent at narrating and providing discussion on what we should do. For a bit of fun, I've forgotten his name. The Australian guy who, oh crikey, look at that, mate, and he'd jump on the back of a crocodile or whatever. What was he called? The name is on the tip of my tongue. I've briefly forgotten his name. I'd pick him. That'd be 3. I'd be obviously 4. So I just need 2 more, right? Steve Irwin. Yes, Steve Irwin. Yeah, I couldn't think of it. Yeah, Steve Irwin. So Winston Churchill, David Attenborough, Steve Irwin. Who else would I put on the team? 2 more. I feel like we'd need someone who could document it well in terms of like a written prose type of thing. Who would I pick for that? Let's go with J.M. Barrie. Who wrote Peter Pan. Yeah, J.M. Barrie. And then the final person, I want someone really left field. Let's go Madonna. Yeah, we picked a woman. I hope that's good enough for you, Gouty. I hope that's Gouty. Good enough for Gouty. I go back in time to pick some OG Nixies. Would you consider a stream for Noob Guide to soldering PCBs? I do plan on doing like a series at some point of perhaps YouTube videos on how to do like all the simple stuff of building keyboards, like the skills, like simple. I don't mean like simple stuff. I mean like simplified videos of how to do all of the general keyboard stuff, like lubricating stabilizers, lubricating switches, soldering. That kind of stuff. I do plan on doing that at some point. It's just a case of time and effort, and yeah, we'll figure it out at some point. A feel like Gary's going to be disappointed with my 6 people. I can feel it in my bones that he's not going to like them. He's not going to like them. I know it. If you could start a charity, what would you focus on helping stroke solving? So I do try and do every year. I try and do something fundraising for Macmillan Cancer Support, specifically their Wheatfields Hospice in Leeds. Hospices in general are something that I'd love to do like a full-on charity for, because end-of-life care is something that's absolutely harrowing for anyone who's involved with it, and the people who do it are a different breed of human. I know for a fact that I could not be that person. I just know it in my bones. I couldn't do it. And the people that can do it and do it are paid very, very small amounts of money. And they are basically the people who will give you your dignity in your last moments of life. And that is something that no money can buy. And I think that they need more recognition. So 100% I would do something in that vein for charity. I'm not saying that's the only worthwhile cause. There's thousands of them worthwhile causes, hundreds of thousands of worthwhile causes, but that is the one that I would pick to do something major for. If I was going to set up a charity, that's what I would look at. Do you have a chroma key on your desk view camera? Because I do see black shimmering here and there. No, it's a new capture card at Envious. I've moved away from using the Camlink Pro, and I'm now using a Magewell capture card, and basically I've not fully set it up. The reason for that is because I'm about to build a new PC that's going to replace this computer, so it was a case of let's just get it working and leave it at that. Any actual setup that I haven't done already will be done on the new machine, not on the current machine. So yeah, it's just a oh wait, that's nowhere near it. Yeah, so it's just a time thing, that's all. You won't have seen it on previous streams because this is only the second stream with the new capture card. And it could be a light issue more than anything. So yeah. So yeah, we don't have a chroma key, it's just that. My first solder build was plateless. I use the same technique as well, one leg first. Yeah, it's the way to do it. Now that the point K conjecture is solved from the original list of Millennium Prize problems, do you think that P equals NP is likely to be solved in our lifetime? I think it's likely to be solved in the next 10 years. Like, I just think we're at a stage now where most of the existing math problems are more likely to be solved sooner rather than later. And I don't think that P versus NP is going to be too far away. I think something like the 3-body problem as well will probably be like the last one that we do. But again, I don't think that's a million miles away either. So I think a lot of things that we've said are almost impossible in science, we're going to find in the next 10 years that they're very possible. You're a gent for offering the shirt hoodie off your back. I wanted to get some other colour for him. Well, I mean, like, I don't know where it came from. It was sent to me for free. I don't know. I can try and figure out who sent it and have a look at it, but yeah. Did you see those teenagers that discovered a new way to prove Pythagoras' theorem? Discovered multiple more new proofs? No, I haven't seen that, but I would love to take a look, Gouty, if you can have a look. I did see a proof for it that used hexagons, but it's basically just it's just using the fact that hexagons are divisible by triangles to do it, which just elongated the process more than anything. So I didn't really class that as a new proof. But yeah, if there's another new proof, I would love to see it. The mechanical connection is why solder PCB is better than hot swap. Yeah, Churchill in goal. I don't know. Like, I feel like Churchill in his prime might have been quite a mover and shaker. So he probably wouldn't like the lack of smoking available in modern society. But yeah, I don't know. I assume we're talking about people in their prime rather than at the age they died as well. I put Luke Barron in my team for sure. Luke is jacked. That's the easy way to put it. If you don't know, Baron runs Baron boards. Used to be one half of Smith and Rune. Maybe he still is part of Smith and Rune. I'm not sure if he's still part of that or not. But yeah, Luke is jacked. I met him once in Seattle, probably 5 or 6 years ago. He's jacked. Like yeah, he's an impressive man. He's an impressive man. I feel like Churchill would be a shit to be on a team with. Maybe. You're not being scorned. I mean, you just did scorn me. You did. Like, I feel Churchill would be a shit to put on a team with. Maybe. But he would, he'd be very motivational. He'd be very motivational. Would you consider doing a Fusion stream one day? We did a little bit of Fusion the other day. I am not by any means a Fusion expert. So I can teach people a little bit, but I'm not going to be the person that's going to teach you all the ins and outs. I'm very much an amateur when it comes to Fusion. I can do the basics. I can do like the odd plate here and there. I can make shapes and design a keyboard, but you know, I'm also not the most creative person in the world, so coming up with a creative idea is not necessarily in my forte. And yeah, that would show in my lack of design ability. Not disappointed. No, you just judge me for it. There are literally thousands of proofs of Pythagoras. Are there? Okay, interesting. I just didn't. Hi, thanks for being here. Appreciate that. This is not the stream to start talking about P versus NP at all, but it's an interesting proposition. Yeah, there's a lot of history to it as well. Whoever solves that will win like a Fields Medal and probably the Nobel Prize in mathematics and stuff. But yeah. Do you have any ideas that the Rugby Hose Jane and Kahaku that will be held? I mean, you mean when? No, I don't know for sure. I think it's likely that both will be next month in June, but I don't know for certain any dates yet. I haven't had them communicated to me as yet. Of course, when we do, if you've already bought Rubber Hose from us, we will be communicating out to you at the time, and we will drop you an email with all of the relevant links to be able to pick one up if you would like to do so. You can only buy both boards if you bought 2 key sets, though. And the prices for both 2 keyboards? We don't know the prices yet. That's not been released. You went to that high school? New Orleans, high school girls proved of Pythagoras theorem. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this. Let's bring this up on stream. Let's share this. Okay, let's have a look. So, amazing New Orleans high school girls proved the Pythagorean theorem. According to US News and World Report, Louisiana is ranked 47th in education. Despite this, there are some schools providing students with a good education. One of these is St. Mary's Academy of New Orleans. To say trigonometry is hard would be an understatement. It's not difficult. For those who are mathematically challenged like myself, it likely involves several hours each day studying, creating note cards, reading and rereading chapters, watching class videos and YouTube videos. By the time I was done, I was proud I could perform basic equations. There is no way on earth I could create something new and unique out of it. That's understandable. Like, not everyone has the mindset to look at something in math and be able to come up with something new. 2 arguably brilliant alumni of New Orleans East St. Mary's Academy did just that. An all-girls African-American primary school recently had 2 of its graduates solve the unsolvable. Kelsey Johnson and Nakia Jackson, according to an interview they gave at 60 Minutes, were initially motivated by a cash prize of $500, as Jackson admitted in the interview. Good motivation. Money's a great motivator. Both individuals managed to solve a math problem that was supposedly unsolvable. According to Elisha Scott Loomis, who is most famous for his book The Pythagorean Proposition, a book that contains 344 proofs, it could not be done. He writes that no trigonometric proof is possible. He also writes there are no trigonometric proofs because all the fundamental formula of trigonometry that are themselves based upon the truth of the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, that's an interesting point. So I'm going to skip through. How did they do it? In the 2000 years... No, okay. Is this it? we present a new proof of Pythagoras' theorem, which is based on a fundamental result in trigonometry, the law of sines. Okay, and we show that the proof is independent of Pythagorean trig identity. And there's the formula. Okay, since both individuals came up with the proof. Interesting. Okay. I mean, there's not enough information there for that to make much sense. Like, that's just, you know, that doesn't actually provide us with any information on how they've done it, or the proof itself. Is there a proof on here? No. Besides only one other person creating a new proof in 2,000 years, Jackson said, probably because we're Afro-American one and we're also women. So I think, and our age. Of course, our age has probably played a big part. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Exactly how Jackson and Johnson's proof works is not yet publicly available online, since their results have only recently been presented to the Math Institute and are not fully published yet. However, a couple of places on YouTube have had some guesses based on the images posted in a TV video interview with them. Interesting. Okay. Maybe I need to look that up at some point. That's really interesting. It's very cool as well. Very cool. It's very cool. Right, time for a drink. I'm losing my voice here because I'm thirsty. We'll finish the soldering in a second. By any chance, have you heard from Krell? I haven't spoke to Krell in a few months, actually. No. He owes me some death mats that I've been chasing, but I haven't heard from him. Shredderman says, Jay, if you could learn the truth behind any one unsolved mystery, what would it be? Learn the truth behind any one unsolved mystery. Within a drop. I thought I'd drop something in. Learn the truth behind any one unsolved mystery. What would it be? I feel like I've been asked this before and I can't remember what answer I gave. So it's probably going to be a different one. But this is one of those questions that's going to have a different answer based on how I'm thinking at the time. I've been reading a book recently about Jack the Ripper and who that could be. There's some interesting theories out there. I'd quite like to know the bottom of that mystery. Who was Jack the Ripper and what their motivation was? Was it some member of high society, or was it just another random killer? That'd be interesting to know. I mean, there's more though, isn't there? There's like that's like just one example of that's something I'd like to know. I'd like to know a lot of things actually. Like, did Shakespeare really write all of his own plays, or was a lot of it written by his proteges and students? You know, did Leonardo da Vinci do all of his art himself, or you know, were his contemporaries actually some of the people who did them, and it's just been attributed to him? How did we really build the pyramids? I mean, that's obvious, like skilled laborers, but you know, there's a lot of mysteries out there, I think. But yeah, Jack the Ripper would be a cool one. I'm gonna go with that for today. I'd quite like to know who Jack the Ripper was. More so what his motivations were actually. What was his motivation? It doesn't seem like anyone's heard from him. Oh wait, someone used chopsticks to say, I want to know who Jack the Ripper is. Jack the Ripper would so be mine. I don't know a Zodiac. Yeah, like it seems like we've all been on it. Yeah. When will Rukia R2 be delivered, dude? If you are still on that train, then you are left alone at the station because everyone else has realised that shit ain't coming. They've gone home. They've cancelled the trip. They've gone home. They've licked their wounds. They've given up. Which is a sad state of affairs, but yeah, that's not happening. Jack Static is doing whatever he's doing, and it's a shame. I used to speak to him on the phone sometimes. I was in Manchester Station, train station once, and he rang me to talk about stuff. Which I was working in Manchester then, so that must have been like 2017, 2018, something like that. Pyramids, aliens, same with Zodiac. Didn't they pretty much prove that it would carry in court of law that Jack was a Polish guy? Yeah, like I think they've got enough evidence to say that it was likely that guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. If you do come to Venice, there's the Leonardo da Vinci Museum. That'd be cool. Yeah. I have an MSc in archaeology and wrote about Egypt for my day, so I can say with confidence, aliens, obviously. Absolutely, right? Absolutely. Yeah, like, yeah, I'm... To me, I don't understand this whole... Humans could never have built the pyramids. Like, sure we could. Absolutely we could. People built Stonehenge, so if people could build Stonehenge and move those stones hundreds of miles across the English countryside, there's absolutely no reason at all why we couldn't build the pyramids in Egypt. You know, like, sure it's built with great precision, but splitting stone, you can split stone with great precision. Like, it's an achievable skill. And sure, they took a long time to build, but yeah, I don't get this whole, oh no, we had to have had alien help to build the pyramids. No, we didn't. Absolutely we didn't. We couldn't build them today. Absolutely we could. We just wouldn't want to spend the money on it. Like, people just had different priorities then, and we wouldn't spend the money on it. That's all it is. Aaron Kosminski, yeah. Ancient unknown civilizations, probably. Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to know if there are historic civilizations out there in the universe, or that there were. I think overall, if you look at the age of the universe and you look at how long it took life to start on Earth, about 4 billion years into Earth's life cycle, realistically, I think the universe would have been too young. We are very much at the start of the journey of life in the universe. I suspect it will occur more times in the future than it has already in the past, just based off of the age of the universe and how long it seems life takes to develop. Sure, we've only got a small, sample of that, but I'd be very much in that kind of thinking that we are, as a civilization, pretty early on in the terms of the history of the universe. If there are civilizations before us, I think that we're in the very early percentages of that, and there'll be significantly more after us. But I do think the universe is big enough that we can't be the only life out there, even if it is only bacterial. Okay, we're almost there with the soldering. I didn't realise how far we'd got through this.
Tasty, tasty.
Tasty, tasty. Thank you, A4355666680. Thank you very much for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Okay, that looks like everything. It does look like everything. Quite often the answer is some good old fashion racism as to why ancient Egyptians couldn't build pyramids, but white ancient Europeans were all good. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I hate that. We could have absolutely built pyramids. It's just a stupid notion that we had to have. Don't get me wrong, it'd be cool as hell if aliens did help us, but they didn't need to be there. Plastic Bits, hey man, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. The only things I'll accept as actual alien influence would be quantum science-based technology. Like, the thing is, if ancient aliens did visit Earth, why would they help us build pyramids and not provide us with technology? Why wouldn't they give us whatever technology they have? I'm not saying it's going to be like technology, like computerized technology like we have, because that's very much our thing, but they must have had some sort of technology that allowed them to visit us, some sort of propulsion, which we didn't have back then other than wind and oars and rowing and manual propulsion. It didn't exist. They would have been able to provide us with so many things, and they would have advanced human civilization significantly further than, oh, here's how you can move some giant blocks of stone. Like, that just feels like a real waste of potential. Like, if you're going to go and visit like, if we met a civilization tomorrow and we decided that we were going to impart our technology on them, we'd give them math, we'd give them technology, we'd give them, you know, medicine, you know, whatever we could give them, we would provide them. It feels like, oh, here's how to cut stone would be a little bit of a, I don't know, feels like there'd be a little bit of a slap backwards, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm wrong. You're basing that idea on our logic, not alien logic? Maybe. I think the hardest thing is people don't want to see others being more capable than themselves. Years ago, people had completely different mentalities back then. Now it's incomprehensible to grow your own vegetables, let alone stuff like that. Maybe. Vegetables don't exist. We talked about that. I'd want to know what was actually lost in the Library of Alexandria. That'd be cool. Yeah, like the Library of Alexandria, what knowledge was lost in there. That'd be cool. Yeah. Bigfoot over the pyramids. I want to know where it is and what he's up to. Doesn't exist. It's just, most cryptozoology is just bump. It doesn't really exist. I'm not saying everything, because like the coelacanth was found a few years ago, and that was like being spotted and no one had seen it, and then all of a sudden it was found that we find hundreds of them all the time now. So like the coelacanth had been extinct for millions of years and turned out to be still alive. So I'm not saying all cryptozoology is bunk, but the vast majority of it is. I think there's a few edge cases of stuff in cryptozoology that might be real, like the Tasmanian tiger or devil or whatever it was called. I think we may find those again in the wild. Like there is a slim chance that they'll exist. Bigfoot, abominable snowman, no. The beast of Bodmin, maybe. I think there are big cats wild in the UK, mainly because I feel like I've seen one, so I'm happy to be proven wrong on that. But yeah, Bigfoot and Nessie is all just booze and or hallucinogens. Nessie as well doesn't exist. Like, they've done DNA tests of the water, and there's nothing in there that shouldn't be in there. There's no existing dinosaurs that got in there or anything else. Stargate SG-1 was a documentary about the ancient Egyptians. Cool. Yeah, I agree. The pyramids are giant battery-charged spaceships. Duh. Of course. Yeah. How did I not think of that yet? What if the pyramids are way older than we think? I mean, they've been carbon dated, right? So, like the when the stones were cut has been dated. So, yeah, the Egyptians gave them something, and they left the pyramids by way of a thank you. Maybe. The aliens gave us technology, but it was hoarded by the wealthy and put into pyramids when they died. So where is it? like if we'd opened the pyramids, we'd have found it. Do you think there are fourth dimensional beings? So this is a really interesting thought experiment, because we see a three-dimensional world with a fourth dimension. Well, time isn't really a dimension. Time is just the travel of time. I'm not keen. I don't subscribe to the idea that time is the fourth dimension. I don't like that, actually. So I'm not going to call that. But like, if you imagine it, there isn't anything that we know of that lives in a one-dimensional or two-dimension plane right now. There's nothing that we are aware of that lives in there. Everything lives in the 3D world. Whether things perceive a flatland, as in like a one or two dimensional world, I don't know, and I don't think we'll ever get an answer to that. But the issue with the fourth dimension is the way it interacts with the third dimension would make things feel not real to us. There's some good simulations actually you can Google on how you could try and interact with shapes in the fourth dimension, and it becomes a very, very mind-bending kind of set of scenarios. And I don't think that if there is a fourth dimension and it's interacting with us, beings are interacting with us through that, then I think that we would be so far removed from it we wouldn't be able to understand it. But it might explain some unexplained things. Yeah, it might explain why a lot of things are difficult to find in the third dimension, such as like the Higgs boson and stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not enough of a physicist to be able to answer that question. So yeah. The pyramids were proof of concept prototypes, but we didn't hit the MOQ, so they cancelled the group and went back. Yeah, I agree. Like, here's some antibiotics morons, makes more sense than the pyramids. Yeah, like, it's not even antibiotics. Like, antibiotics might be just something unique to our culture here on Earth, but medicine and the ability to, like, it wouldn't take us, like, if we found some new creature, we'd be able to analyze it quite quickly and come up with a lot of medical solutions based on what we already know about ourselves. So as long as they were some life form based on carbon like we are, we'd be able to, and had some kind of, you know, similarization in terms of like a respiratory system or some sort of system, we'd be able to quite quickly figure out how to cure a lot of their ailments, I think. But the Prime Directive, it's not Star Trek, man. Like, do you think humans would be that sensible? No, I don't. Maybe they like to play with organisms they perceive as inferior. They're having fun experiment. So we're a toy to them. Maybe. You think very highly of humans? No, I don't. I think we're terrible. I think we're terrible. I've grown very tired of conspiracy theories since I hear one too many from my mother, which is why I generally prefer the logic group. Yeah. The latest Atlantis stuff has been interesting. What's this? Like, the last I saw on the Atlantis stuff was they actually thought it was in the Black Sea, right? And not in the Mediterranean. I saw that a couple of years ago. I haven't seen anything recent on it. Coelacanth is the best example of something we knew about from the fossil record before actually finding them. A very cool living fossil. Yep. How are inks compared to Cherry MX2A blacks or HD blacks? I still prefer them from a sound profile perspective. I do love reading about how actual stories morph into fantasies and wild tales across history. It's interesting. It is, yeah. I want to know more about the Antikythera mechanism, like who made it, where were the intermediate steps, etc. So the Antikythera is a really interesting thing. So if you don't know about this, it was found off the coast of the Greek island Antikythera, but it's basically a mechanism that allowed you to map and model the solar system, and in pretty great detail actually, about how the moon and the sun and Earth were all going to interact together, and it acted like almost like a calendar of sorts as well. So it had like positions where you could see when the next Olympic Games were going to be and stuff like that in Egypt, which were every 4 years and stuff. There's actually, if you guys are interested, there's a guy on YouTube called ClickSpring, and he is actually, over the past few years, he's gone through the painstaking method of hand making and hand filing and carving his own replica of the Antikythera mechanism, including going down to the whole level of making the tools that they would have had available at the time as well. It's very much worth watching. There's a lot of hours worth of stuff, but it's very much worth watching. And I think this is just an example of us having technology back then that we didn't realize we had now. Like technology comes in swings and waves, and people figure something out, and then their people kind of die off, and that knowledge is lost, and then we relearn it. And there was a whole period around the Renaissance where we relearn a lot of stuff about that kind of thing as well. There's all sorts of examples about like sword forging and stuff, just things that we've lost generations in time. And you can see that happening now a lot as well. There's a lot of kind of historic knowledge that's being lost, like languages that are dying out and art forms that are dying out because modern technologies replaced them. So it's like, I know there's a friend of mine who used to be an apprentice at at a scissor making factory in Sheffield. I can't remember the name of it, but they only make like a few hundred pairs a year, and they're very, very expensive. But because we can just mass produce something now, the actual art of hand making and balancing a pair of scissors is kind of lost. So yeah, it's interesting. Rikat structure, or the Eye of the Sahara. It's just a natural phenomenon, man. It's not anything particular. The Rikat structure was definitely not Atlantis. I'm a million% sure of that. ClickSpring. I have watched his stuff. His machining is so good. Yeah, I didn't know about ClickSpring. That sounds interesting. ClickSpring is really cool. He's very knowledgeable. He's Australian or New Zealand, I think, but he's very knowledgeable. He's very cool. Always found it interesting how the oceans have swallowed up so much history. Yeah, like Doggerland off of the side of the UK, between the UK and the Netherlands. Like if we could have a look at that, there'd be hundreds of human settlements over there, I think. Let me show you ClickSpring, guys, because he's really, really cool. So this is him here, ClickSpring. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. The lights turned off. That is usually the time to stop streaming. But he has a playlist for the Antikythera mechanism. Where is it? I'm sure it is. Making the Antikythera mechanism. So he has a whole raft of videos on this. and as you can see, I've watched them all multiple times. But he also like makes tools and stuff like that, and I know that this particular one was 7 years ago. It's taken him a long time. I think the last episode was actually still it's still over a year ago, and I still don't think he's finished it yet. But effectively, these videos, he hand makes everything, all of the tiny components himself, and he etches all of the letters and text in and stuff like that, and he does all of the writings and everything else, and it's just very, very impressive. It's all machined out of solid brass, so these are brass plates that he's used, and of course he's etching and marking them and stuff like that. And yeah, like you can see here, like it's very, very detailed and very in depth. It's just really, really great to watch. He's a very, very talented man. I 100% think you should watch through this, because like if you're into that kind of thing. I don't think he's finished it yet, actually. I think he's been making it for like 7 or 8 years and it's not finished yet. But yeah, he's done a whole raft of other stuff as well. Oh wait, I don't want to play that because I don't want to get stopped. But like he makes tools, and there's like the Antikythera fragments as well. This is where he makes the ancient technology. So like he makes all of the tools to make the technology with. So I'm not cool. So on this one, he's making a vice. So he's making a vice, how they would have made a vice, 2,000 years ago. Yeah, just showing all of those tools. It's very clever and it's very impressive. But like when he's making a cog, he makes every single thing hand filed. It's really, really clever to watch. He's a very, very talented watchmaker and things like that. And yeah, definitely well worth having a look at if you're interested. Cool. Okay, so we've done the soldering. It's time to put the keyboard together. And then, well, let's put the gasket socks on first, and then we can put the keyboard together and we can test it. I think humans had a lot more technology. It's just lost the time. Like I feel like now we're probably at a more advanced point than we've ever been in our history before. But I think it's fair to say that we've learnt things and then lost that knowledge, and we continue to do that to this day. There's things that we've learnt, in the past 100 years that we will soon lose. But that's kind of like the nature of developing new technology. It replaces the previous technology. How about DB Cooper? Surely if you knew who they were, you might be able to get some of that moolah. I mean, he didn't steal that much money if you think about it. It wasn't a huge amount of money for modern standards. It's absolutely fascinating, and some of the underwater digs that go on are super cool. However, a lot of the Graham Hancock or pseudo-archaeology stuff that always occurs with this bit of joke. Yeah. I don't like the pseudo-archaeology stuff. There was a series on Netflix like a couple of years ago. I feel like it was during lockdown or something similar, and it was all about these like historical places and how he'd envisaged this new use for them or something. It just felt old. I got 2 episodes in, I couldn't watch it anymore. I just got very angry at it. Okay, so gaskets are all installed, as you can see there. These little black dots at the end of each of the thing. Oops. We dropped one. We dropped a couple. Wait, when did we drop the other one? Where did the other one go? Did I miscount and just not bring that one out? Let's get that out the back. Our CPUs have billions of transistors in them within several nanometers. Think about that. Yeah, it's impressive. And yet, each transistor is basically a logic gate, and we used to hand create those. If you go back to like the earliest computers, like when we were trying to break Enigma, all of those transistors effectively were just manual logic gates. It's crazy, which is why you can build in Minecraft a working computer in theory. Okay, just going to put that to one side. The first job we need to do is take the middle frame off, which I think we need another screwdriver. No, we don't. We need this one. Oh no, we've got ads coming, guys. I apologise. I apologise. We've got ads coming. If you're not subscribed, subscribing is the quickest way to get rid of ads. I'm just going to lift this frame off, pop it down, and then we're going to pop the... Oh no, all of the things are coming off. Why are they not staying on? I dropped another one, didn't I? Where did that go? Just get another one out of the bag. I'm going to have to go and pick these all up in a minute. That's slightly frustrating. I'm going to have to be very, very delicate when I turn this over. It's very annoying. I feel like I've just run over one with my chair. Okay, let's be just very gentle as we turn this over, and then rotate it about itself, and then we're gonna. In fact, actually, it's going to be easier if we pop it in to this case, just from a alignment perspective, and then drop that down. Why does it not like that? Let's get those screws out. Why doesn't it like this? So it should just sit flush in here. Let's try and massage it in gently. Okay, there we go. That's now, the plate and PCB assembly is now sat and fully saturated in the mid layer. We're going to then pop the top case on top, just like so. Oh no, do you know what we've done? We've built this with switches in every position, and it's a wing keyless board, so we need to take 2 switches out. What an absolute noob mistake from me. And none of you spotted it either. Not a single person spotted it. Which means it's time to break out the desoldering gun. Uh-oh. Time to break out the desoldering gun. Take these 2 switches out. Just press down really hard. Shot spotted. Yeah, I'm wearing this. I apologise, this is going to be loud. I apologise. But yeah, we need to take out those 2 switches. I can't believe we did that. Can't believe we did that. We make a rock think. Yeah. Minecraft is a wild example when it comes to logic circuitry that people do. It is. Just get a Dremel and cut the wing keyless blockers. Just a suggestion. No. No.
Incredible.
Incredible. Thank you, Bluehorn, for the follow. I fully appreciate that. We'll give this a second to get the temperature. And then we'll just desolder the 2 switches. It should only take a minute. It should only take a minute. Is this going to be hot enough yet? These switches should now come out. There's one out. Throw it on the floor, but it's out. Come on. There we go. Now we can put the top case on. And then once that's seated correctly, we can flip it over. And then we can screw that down. Hello, Joe. Heard great things from your store. Greetings from Canada. Thanks very much for being here, man. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your time in Canada. Never been, but I'd love to go. Good friend of mine lives in Canada. She moved there from the UK a few years ago. Solderwick is handy for cleaning pads. You'd use it more with SMT rather than THG. Yeah. How does desoldering work? It heats up the solder and sucks it up. Yes, yes. Sorry, I missed the conversation there. Yeah, it just sucks it up. Okay, there we go. The top case and mid case and PCB and plate assembly are now all together, which means it's time to bring back the bottom case. And the first thing we're going to do is connect the JST cable. This is a relatively simple one to attach here. I'm just going to attach that just into there. It says it's relatively simple, and now I'm going to struggle with it. Come on, there you go. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pop the top case down, but what we're doing, I'm just going to reach inside and just push the cable into the channel that's dedicated for it, just so that everything fits together nicely. That's the case now together. It's time to screw it down. So there we go. Let's put the... I know this sounds really weird. The light's supposed to turn off to remind me that I need to go home on a Sunday night. But I like it on when I'm streaming, so I'm going to put it back on. Okay, now it's time to pop the case screws back in. A smaller screwdriver for this bit. And then we can test everything works. It's interesting how our perceptions and preferences change. At first I didn't much like the colour of the keyboard on your desk, the PC one. I'm pretty sure I'd buy one those exact colours. Yeah, people's opinions change. It's not embedded, no, you can lift it out. Those are for sale right now in the current group buy, if you're interested, Captain Reed. You can buy spares. We've got spare balls as well available if you're worried about losing it. Okay, 2 more screws to go and then we're all back together. Now, as we're going to give this keyboard away ultimately, I'm not going to take off the protective coating. So I think we're going to give this away at the meetup. That's probably where we'll give it away. But effectively, that is the board now all soldered together and put together. Looks pretty good. Next job, guys, is for you to pick some keycaps that we're going to put on the board today. So, I don't know if any moderators are still watching. If they are, could a moderator say hi? Or do I need to set up the poll myself? The plate is polycarbonate on this particular build. I'll do the poll myself. I think the mods have all gone to sleep now. And it's not fair for me to expect them to be here. Oh no, Jelly Master's here. Jelly Master's here. Right, okay, great. So I have 3 keycap sets for people to choose from today, Jelly. First of all, they can choose GMK Symbiote, which will look really good on the E-White. The second choice is GMK Fundamentals. And the third choice, a little bit left field, GMK Red Alert. So, those are the three choices today for keycaps. I'm going to take a quick toilet break, comfort break. I'm going to leave this on for now. I'll leave these here so you can try and pick the colour you'd like to see on the boards. Jelly's going to pot up at the... let's see if we can zoom in a touch. I'll try and zoom in a little bit more in a second, so you can still see the colours. And then I'm going to take a quick comfort break. There we go. And I'll be back in a few minutes' time. So the poll is up. I'll be back before the poll's finished. And you guys vote for what you'd like to see on the boards. I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Tasty, tasty.
Tasty, tasty, I'm back. Oh no, we've got another raid. Who's raiding? Who's raiding this time? Marshmallows, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. I just nipped away for a few minutes. Just for a quick comfort break, we're currently voting on which keycap set is going to go on the Mr. Suit that we built today. Enjoy what we choose. Look at these people voting for the wrong choice. Madness. Marshmallows, I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you all for the affiliate anniversary wishes. Thank you very much. 2 raids today. Alex Otos and Marshmallows. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're building a Mr. Suit today. There's a vote up in chat at the minute for which keycap set we're going to put on the board today. So we built the E-White version of the board, which is pretty cool, with Gator inks. And you guys now get to pick the keycaps. Let me know what you want to know. Raiders, you're welcome to vote for Symbiote. You can vote for whatever you like, guys. Anything you like. Conscious you guys can hear the small fan in the background. I'll turn it off actually. There we go. Okay. Fundamentals is losing. Yeah. I think people like Symbiote quite a bit. Here comes Symbiote. We'll see. Red Alert might win. We'd probably put the Red Alert number on as well if we do it. Because I like that. I dumped whatever channel points you had left for Fundamentals. Oh no. There's no right or wrong answers, guys. There's no right or wrong answers. We'll go with whatever is the winning pick. Okay. It's interesting that Red Alert and Symbiote are basically the same and just level pegging. So it's interesting. It's interesting that people like those, because there's some big numbers getting thrown into chat, into the votes now. People are using those points at the minute, channel points. I see it. I see it. Oh man. Timing. Wait, what was the time? Red Alert wins. Wow, there we go. Red Alert does win. Like 15 of those fundamental votes are mine. Nice, well done. It's a good choice. Good thing you didn't go all on the fundamentals. Like Jay's choice did quite well actually. I mean, if it helps, I would have picked Symbiote. Like that's what I would have picked. If my choice would have won, I would have picked Symbiote. But I didn't win. Red Alert wins. So that's what we're going to put on the board today. We combine Symbiote with your choice. The Symbiote wins. No, unfortunately, that's not how it works. It's not how it works. That's not a 7U spacebar, is it? No. So, we're going to try and put this... I don't know if this has got UK ISO. I think we just go with the red number though, and everything else goes with beige. So I think that's what we're going to go with. I think that's how we're going to do it. Yeah, we're just going to go for the red number and everything else with beige. There should be the 2U backspace key actually in red. Step caps lock, because step caps lock is king. Go for the beige ISO enter. Go for the R5 bottom row. Gotta love R5. Pop the space bar on as well. I dumped 12k into Jay's choice. Thanks, Threadman, I appreciate it. Can we have a poll on if that's how it works? No, this is not a democracy. Red Alert is so nice. Wish I picked up the GMK set, but excited for the KKB version. The KKB version, for people who buy it from PT, will get UK ISO keys as well, so you'll get those as standard. Let's try and do this red number first. Pretty sure it doesn't have UK ISO. So we're going to be able to skip that. There's the backspace. Let's just grab the red keys now. Try and get these all done first. Okay. Page up. I think we'll go for the beige escape actually. I feel like I'm missing a few red keys still. Yeah, okay, 3, 2, and 1. Oops. Pastels colour gang, nice. Yeah, I love pastel colours. GMK Skibidi Toilet when. Wait, what? Ski Data is so nice. Yeah, Ski Data is a great set. It's in group buy right now as well. You can pick it up if you're interested. Okay, let's try and do the top row here. Let's try and do the top row first. No, we don't need home. We don't need backspace. We do need angry Alt-GR. Great key. Don't need shift. Don't need numpad 3. Don't need the red ANSI enter. Don't need that. ZX. There we go. Page up. Don't need super. We do need the base scroll. R4 there. There's the page escape key. That's what I was looking for. There's a shift key as well. Angry Alt. Grr. Yeah. Yeah, we need that. I'm getting a bit blind there. Got the other control key. Oh wait, so it does have UK ISO, but only if we don't use the red number. Well, tough because we're using the red number. We'll figure the rest out. 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11. I knew that. Yeah, I could have put that there, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Only need the $sign anyway. GMK Classic Red has the right keys for the numero. Yeah, I do have Classic Red somewhere. I don't know where it is off the top of my head, but I suppose I could pilfer the keys from that set. NM, yeah. There we go. The arrow key's done. Need the print screen button now. Okay, that's those done. And we need delete and page down for here. We'll figure those out in a second. Those are the wrong profile keys. F2. That's the correct one for page down. Oh, we're going to need to figure out what we're going to put on F13 as well, because I'm pretty sure this set doesn't have an F13. Need the delete key. Where is it? There it is. That's it. Okay, right, some F keys to do. Okay, what we're going to put there, I feel like it needs to be a beige key. I'm just going to put delete there. No, I don't like delete there. What we're going to put there. Do I have an artisan's hand? Let's see if I've got an artisan in this tray. This is a tray of junk, so let's see if there's an artisan floating around. And we'll put that in if there is. This is basically all the colour samples and bits and pieces of all sorts of stuff. Well, there's a Salvan Oblivion cap. I don't think that'll fit. This no, doesn't work. I don't think I have another artisan in this tray. No. Oh well. It was a nice idea while it lasted. Let's just what do I want to put there? Do you know what? We're just gonna go with that. That'll do. That'll do. Use normal numbers, please. No, going for the red row. I like the red keys. Red Alert is being rerun with ISO, UK ISO red row. Yeah, the KKB version. We're waiting for it to arrive at the minute, but when it does, if you buy KKB Red Alert from PT, you will be able to get the UK ISO kit for free, because we do free UK ISO kits with all KKB sets. So yeah, that's the thing. That's how much comes with Mr. Suit. It's not in the box. I don't know where that is, unfortunately, so I'm not quite sure where it is. This is where we need a suite of PT novelties and common colorways. Yeah, it looks so good though, right? GMK Red Alert just hits different. Mr. Suit with GMK Red Alert. Should we see if it works? Actually, let's load up Switch Hitter. Let's Switch Hitter. Let's plug it in and give it a try. Hopefully it works, because we didn't test this beforehand, so hopefully it does work. Escape works. Oh wait, we're doing the wrong thing. Hold on, let's change this over to 88 key ISO. Okay. Everything's working there. Those three work, those three work, those three work, those work. What does that come up as? It's registering something, but it's not showing on the grid, so I think that's fine. That's all working. Check the top row. That's all working. Enter's working. Caps lock works. Well, that does work, but it's programmed wrong. Instead of being non-US hash, it's doing shift and 3 to get the pound sign. Oh well, it works, and that's set for non-US hash instead of non-US backslash. Okay, the keys both work. That's good. They just need reprogramming. This should be FN. I'm pretty sure that's going to be set to FN, so I'm pretty comfortable that's all working. So there we go. So yeah, the keyboard's fully working, all plugged in. Looks really cool. Sounds really good. Yeah, non-US hash and non-US backslash. Don't ask me why they're non-US or why US would be the standard, but it is. Should we see how the board sounds? Let's pause music. Let's see how the board sounds. This sounds really good. Yum. That sounds so good. I'm really, really happy with that. It sounds really, really, really good. I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. Just look how pretty this is. Just look at it. Look how pretty that is. Yeah, this came out really, really well. I'm really happy with that. Pretty happy with that one. It's come out lovely. Thoroughly, thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy this board. Sounds so good. And we're going to give it away. Not with the keycaps. The keycaps will be staying off of it, but we're going to give the board away. I think what we'll do is we'll try and raise some money for charity, and yeah, we'll raffle it off. Because it sounds fantastic. It sounds really, really, really good. Like, there's something about inks with foamy builds that just works so well. And yeah, I'm pretty impressed with how that's come along. So, yeah, I'm really impressed with that. Okay, it is 20 to midnight, so it does mean that we've been streaming for just about 4 hours now. And it is time for me to finish streaming. So, I don't do this very often, but should we have a look and see who we can raid? I'll have to remind myself how we do this as well. Hold on. Let's figure out who's online and who we can go raid. As we've had 2 raids today, I feel like this is fair. So let's have a look on Twitch, and let's see if there's anyone. How do we do this? Where's just chatting? No, making and crafting. Let's see if there's any keyboard streamers on. I don't see any keyboard streamers yet. Just Yuri. Is Yuri on?
Hi,
Where's Yuri? I don't see him. Where's Yuri for the win? I think you mean, right? Where is he? Where is he? How do I not follow him already? Let's see if I can find him. There he is. Okay, let's go raid him. If you guys, oh, we're getting an ad. Oh, he's in just chatting. Right. Okay. Yeah, I found him. Okay, so we're gonna go raid Yuri. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let's go raid him. Say hi to him. Wait, why can I not find him in the raid thing? He's not showing up in the raid thing. Let's figure him out. Nah, I found him. Right. Okay, let's go raid him. Let's wish him a great day, and I'll see you all again soon. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let's go raid him and be really, really kind to Yuri, because he's a really great streamer. So let's do that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate every last one of you, and I love you all. And I'll see you on Discord, Instagram, and everywhere else over the course of the week. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye. We are raiding. I'm going to wait until it shows up in his stream. There we go. Right, we're raiding now.
arreglada. Ya está. Venga. Reparada. ¿Tú por qué no vas? ¿Por qué no funcionas? ¿Que está mal la FOM o qué? Me la ha vuelto a doblar. Menos, pero la ha doblado. ¡Qué perro! What the hell? Yo! How's it going, people? Sorry, I was really focused. I had a bent pin in the Switch. Hey, Jay, thank you so much for the raid, dude. Wow. Hello, everybody. How's it going? I'm building a Neo 80. Lovely Tankless board. If you guys haven't tried out, you're missing out. It's so good. The music might be a tad bit loud. Is that so? ¿Algún libro para empezar a programar? Buena idea. Estoy muy desactualizado en todo eso, tío. Ni idea. Thank you so much for the follows. Building a Mr. Suit. Oh, I've never got to build one of those.